are standing in the Garden of Eden right now, and what we're trying to do is to unravel all these false narratives so that we can realize that here in the body, we're in the garden of creation, that we pass on, our soul transcends, and we're going to go back to heaven and hang out with that coven of ascended masters and gaze upon the glory of Christ, and and all the secrets be unraveled with some kind of telepathic download, beyond language. So what we're attempting to do here is to go into a territory where language is not welcome, just unbridled bewilderment of the great riddle. The road to awe is through breath, and I think the true logos is it's beyond our understanding. We just have to gaze upon the wonder. And on a closing note, let me get a little jiggle, a little dance in here. I really think that this is an unbelievably enchanted, magical, beautiful realm that is so beyond words, so beyond language, that I think it's our hubris to think that we can use language to try to articulate and extrapolate the actual beautiful wonder of this great mysterium tremendum that we're afoot in, and that every breath we take and every person we meet, every experience we have is in this Garden of Eden. This is heaven on earth. And there's been this wildly beautiful, transcendental, metaphysical idea of this millennial kingdom, this millennial reign, this 1,000-year reign of Christ, and that whole thing is really beautifully, stunningly poetic and enchanted. This true, sense of mystery and awe of this Garden of Eden that we're living in. And now when I look around, I literally see the Garden of Eden. This beautiful creation. I look up at the firmament and I see the pole star. I imagine that to be the gates to heaven. Just like there's a pineal gland on our head, this is our dome, and then we got the pineal gland, that's our pole star. And then we got this huge dome with the pole star Polaris up there. It's like as above, so below. There's a dome within, a dome without. There's a portal, a pineal gland portal to back to heaven through consciousness. At the same time, I think that when we die, our souls get pulled to the electromagnetic center of the system where Mount Meru is, and we shoot up that Jacob's ladder, the stairway to heaven, and our soul flies into Polaris, and that's where heaven is. I think heaven is actually in the waters above, through Polaris, through the pole star. We are standing in the Garden of Eden right now, and what we're trying to do is to unravel all these false narratives so that we can realize that here in the body we're in the garden of creation, and we pass on, our soul transcends, and we're going to go back to heaven and hang out with that coven of ascended masters and gaze upon the glory of Christ, and and all the secrets being unraveled with some kind of telepathic download, beyond language. So what we're attempting to do here is to go into a territory where language is not welcome, just unbridled bewilderment of the great riddle. The road to awe is through breath, and I think the true logos is it's beyond our understanding. We just have to gaze upon the wonder.
Thought I'd drop you easily, but that was not to be. You burrowed like a summer tick, so you invade my sleep and confuse my dreams. Turn my nights to sleepless six. Stuck on you till the end of time. I'm too tired to fight your rhyme. Stuck on you till the end of time. You've got me paralyzed. Holding on the telephone, I hear your mid-range moan. You're everywhere inside my room. Even when I'm alone, I hear your melody. You're everywhere inside of me. Stuck on you till the end of time. I'm too tired to fight your rhyme. Stuck on you till the end of time. You've got me trapped, I can't escape. You're inside someone. When you leave it out, all across the sky. No, I can't escape. You're insane, right? When you shoot it deep, straight into my mind.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Rico? Oh, rookie mistake. You hate to see it. Muted.
You know what? That's the first time I've done that. I'm
It
pretty
is.
sure. Yeah. Oh my God, I did it. Well, you know what? This is a lie. But the excuse I could use is Vlad disappeared, so
He's chilling out for a sec. He's
I
chilling
was
out. He's
distracted.
kind of winding up his engine. Hey guys, welcome to the Sombrero. It is July 13th, 2025. Has anybody got a list? I'd like to see a list. I have a redacted grocery list that I can
No,
show you.
but
I have the
I've got
redacted pork items, like, because I don't eat pork very often. So I'm like, sort of like, I don't want you to see that I eat bacon, every now and then.
but the pig has a relative that's doing prison time for lack of said list.
I know, and there's another pig on the redacted grocery list that has like 23 pigs that killed themselves, or maybe more like 50 pigs that killed themselves, in the pig pen, So that's why we have this redacted grocery list that we just can't show you, even though it's there. It's there. I did eat bacon, and I did do, I ate a little bacon. I'm not gonna lie. I do like pork a little bit. And the guy I'm gonna bring on here, Vlad, does not eat pork. That's why I redacted my grocery list so that Vlad could not make fun of me.
Well, I'm pretty sure that there's a missing minute of footage of Vlad eating pork.
Is there a missing?
That look. No, there's a missing minute of footage, and it's like I see the breakfast. The next thing you know, the bacon's gone. How you doing, brother?
What's up, buddy?
Guys, testing. How do I sound?
You sound
I got
great.
you. Yep.
Look
You're
good,
coming
sound
through.
good.
Don't change a thing.
All right, we're grooving.
One more. Sorry.
Me here. Thank you. Go ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, we
before
were
we
just
move
talking
on-
about. Go ahead, man.
I'm sorry, we keep doing that. Before we move on, I just want to make a point that this is gaslighting. No one here at the Sombrero believes in the left-right paradigm. And the fact that Trump is like, it blows my mind. He's like, this guy, are we still talking about him the same week that he signs an executive order for the JFK files, which is, how many years ago was that? And he's going to say that Epstein's old news while Ghislaine's in prison. Like, that's got to be gaslighting. He can't be that dumb, right?
It's to me, it's interesting because the list in itself is sort of like one of those things that's like a trap. Otherwise, yeah, there are people out there that do horrible things, and I'm sure there's people that have done these things on these lists. But now they're using the list as just a mental trap for anybody to get pissed off on. Did you really think that they were going to just put out a streamlined list to look at when most of the people that are responsible for releasing it are on it? But it's even more, I guess, an insult to the human psyche that there's a redacted list, but there's no list. I mean, that's some fuckery right there. That's some language fuckery, some wizard streamy shit that just like, okay, if you can't see that it's all a stage at this point in time, you got a long way to go, man. I mean, you got a long way to go.
That's Mossad for you, man. And we know Trump's all about the Mossad.
I just can't figure it out. It's like everything that's being done is being done on purpose on the screen for people to look at. And this list has been such an issue for a lot of years. And and then for them to start squeaming off of it and turning sideways, pictures with it. To me, I think that might wake up a few more people when they realize that you've just been played, even though, yeah, there probably is a list of blackmailed people all over the place. You think they're going to show it to you? Fuck no. And the judge that's responsible for it's probably on the list. It's just like, there's no win in this game. There's no win in this game. At least you're not going to get it from, the mainstream sources. Who's going to broadcast it?
Yeah.
The broadcasters are involved. Everybody's involved. So what do you got? Some like independent broadcaster who suddenly hijacks a 120,000 watt tower in the Midwest and starts broadcasting on an illegal channel that's FDIC. Well, not, it's federally controlled. and it just overruns the rest of the radio stations. You think somebody's going to broadcast that? They don't have that power. It's literally some little mouse to chase for everybody to chase, even though we're very clear that this dastardly shit happened. But this is just another mouse for people to chase.
Did you
I
guys
mean,
see where I can't think of his name right now, but where the two guys, you know who both of you know who both of them are, where they went out to Nickelodeon Island, Epstein Island. Did you see that
yeah,
back in the day?
they went out there just right after the demolition of the
Yeah, yeah.
place, and they took their boat and they flew a drone around a little bit and like all this stuff. Yeah.
They didn't have footage of it, but they said there's one of those torture trailers there, and that they
That's
built
dark.
yeah, like it had like a full blown dentist chair to strap people down, all the tools. And when they filled something in with concrete, God, there's been so many rabbit holes that's just then. It's almost like they just wanted to reinvigorate this rabbit hole.
Well, I'm going to release my redacted grocery list next week. and we'll see what happens. It might implicate that I have a bad diet.
Before we bring Vlad back on for his part 2, that intro was Failure Stuck on You. Their documentary just came out on Hulu. It's really good. It's called Every Time You Lose Your Mind. That's why I played that song. And I'm glad to have Vlad back on, because there's been a lot. I really kind of feel like a lot of the things happening inside the quote unquote community started with TFE and continues. A lot of inside hate. This gang likes this gang. And, actually, you know what, Vlad, you've been here before. He has an excellent channel. You did awesome, by the way, on Strange World. I listened to that whole
That's
thing.
a great interview. I wanted it to go for another 2 hours.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Man, I hope I can hold it down for 2 hours. I'm nervous about that one. By myself.
You want to know something, man? And shout out to the guys in the chat, and shout out to the Foundry that's in the chat too. They come from my channel and everything, man. So everybody that's there, what's good, what's happening. But we're so used to doing like 4 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours. And every channel subsequent to, outside of my channel, everybody, the Justin Johnsons, the Old Me No More, Black Lights, everybody, basically, we do that, right? We do 4 hours, 5 hours. It is what it is. And so we're used to that. So 2 hours is like a warm up.
Yeah.
That's true.
I could tell, like, on at least on the Strange World interview, like, you were just hitting fourth gear and it was already 15 minutes from close. I was like, so I was in the chat with DJ. I was like, look, you're gonna have to do a part 2, because like you guys didn't even get to like the gravy. Like the gravy was just coming, and I was like, ah, shit, because Mark sticks to a pretty 2 hour tight schedule. So like I think they're gonna line you up. I'm not speaking for them, but I think they're gonna line you up for a part 2, and they're gonna need to get you on a lot earlier, or do a double bonus edition 3 hour version, because they do their thing at the beginning.
Yeah, Mark Sargent had to get his warm milk in him and then throw his pajamas on, say his prayers, and go to bed. You know what I'm saying?
If he would stop saying Coco.
He had to do his nighttime routine. Motherfucker throw his pajamas on, go to bed.
Well, Vlad, you were talking about my my testimony and all that. Other than how I got in here, I don't know where I'm gonna go. So I'm hoping that DJ will kind of guide me along.
Yeah.
Because 2 hours I couldn't do this show by myself. I can't imagine being like a special guest, but I'm going to do it. Like you held it down. And Alex and Nico held it down. I know I can. It's just like, for some reason, subconsciously, I feel like I'm supposed to write 2 hours worth of material.
No, man. You know what? When you're pissed, you're annoyed, and you've got a lot on your chest that needs to be released, it comes out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. And 2 hours fly. I'm telling you, 2 hours flies by. When you're telling it like it is, when you're telling the truth, there's not enough time in the day, it seems like. You know what I'm saying?
Right
so,
on.
And people that are there to listen, and when people resonate with the truth, they come to it. That's it. That's it. There's nothing more to be said. But when you give the truth the way it is, and when you're done, you're done. You know when you're done for that day. But as it comes out, man, people just gravitate to it, and it is what it is. That's it.
Right
Yeah,
on.
well, I want to say hello to everybody over on Vlad's channel as well. I don't know how you're doing it. Are you simulcasting sort of like, are you talking to your audience, just you, or can they see us? Because I tried this once and it turned into a nightmare and it ended up, I just quit. I think it was you and I that started it, right? Vlad, you and I tried to do it one night in the
Yeah,
winter and I was like, there's too much delay. I can't fucking deal with this shit. You know, was it like
yeah.
that?
I
So the
think I
way,
see him up there. Like, are you
yeah, so
simulcasting this? I see
I
you
am
up there.
simulcasting. So basically, you are the central node, right? And
Okay.
since you sent the StreamYard link, right? I clicked on your joint, and then it says simulcast through from Tinfoil Sombrero. So since I
Okay.
already have a StreamYard as well, that's exactly what I did. It automatically simulcast to everything that I have going, which is a YouTube and a Rumble, right?
Sweet.
And
Because
then
I can see it in my heads up display. Usually I have 3. I've got 5 broadcasts coming out of here. That's pretty awesome, dude.
yeah,
I'm usually just working with so many buttons. I'm like, fuck, man, what's going on? Where's my videos at? And now there's like broadcasts going out. So everybody on Rumble, everybody on Vlad's channel, cheers. Love you guys. Keep crushing. And we're going to talk about a couple of things tonight, like the general state of FE and the community. There's going to be, we're going to talk about various topics. But I wanted to give Vlad kind of a position to drive here because I only know certain details on this, and we're not going to mention any names as far as what was concerned. But Vlad, I want to give you the solo heads up, and I want you to tell us what happened on your channel with unnamed persons, and I'm going to give you the whole screen and take us through it all because we need to have the details. And then if you don't want to share video, I get it. If you
yeah.
do, you can drive and we'll add it to screen. But like, I want to give it to you right now. Are you ready to start on this?
Oh,
Yeah.
would you prefer all 3 of us or just you when you're presenting? What you're
No, I
going
want to
through?
put him up there. I want to put him full stage.
Do you? Oh, okay. I'm either or.
Yeah. You want to know something? It doesn't matter whether we're all 3 on me by myself, just as long as people get the message. Basically,
You'll still be able to hear us talking.
There you go.
right.
But I just want it to be you because I want you to tell this story and I want everybody to get the gory details of like what this was. And I think we're starting to understand the game that certain people play in fucking with us. Like who would have thought that talking about cosmology would have been like, as triggering or as awful as child porn? Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
Why does it
Who
matter
would have
that much
thunk
to
it?
those guys?
That's a
I don't
rhetorical. It
know.
sounds like a
I will
rhetorical
never
question.
understand that to this day.
Both sound like rhetorical questions from you, Larry, as well as Rico, because
Yeah.
we're striking a nerve. That's
That's
it.
what it
Yeah.
is.
We're striking some serious nerves, and it's making people shake and it's making people scared, and I like that. And those that want the truth aren't scared. We want more. Those that don't want the truth are putting themselves on Jump Street. You understand? And we know who they are based off of their actions. You understand?
Yeah.
So basically, a display of that came on the 3rd of July. If you want to see the parties involved, we can see them either on my show or that person's stream that decided they wanted to live stream me simultaneously, right? So there were a
Yeah.
couple of issues with that also, copyright infringements and the like. So now, while this was going on my show live, people came in, disrupted it to a degree. And again, this was on July 3rd.
Yeah, I was going to say, Vlad, take us through the timeline. I'm going to get your full screen. Take us through the timeline
Right.
and describe it step by step because there's going to be a bunch of motherfuckers that come in here and try to cut you up and like cut out your thing. So let's get it right.
Yeah. So it was on July 3rd, my show. You could get the involved parties, like I said, the way you need to. I'm not going to mention their names. But while I was giving my show, and I forgot what the title was, I'm not even going to get into it too deep. But as I did, they came in being trolls, right? And basically, I was on the whole, why do you need to be here, kick? Why are you Globers here, kick, right? And I was giving them an opportunity to come in and explain themselves as to why they are doing what it is they're doing. I was giving them a chance. And so instead of answering up and explaining their side as to why they're doing what they're doing, they want a debate, right? So they really want to debate, but I'm like, you guys understand my stance on this. I'm like, there's no fucking debate. There's no debating the truth. That's it. Like I said, the truth is what it is, and that's it. So they don't like that answer. And instead, what they want to do, infiltrate the channel, however which way they do it, coming on through StreamYard and bombing StreamYard the way they do it, right? During this time, I was warned by Roger Ledwell. He was like, "Hey Vlad, hey man, how you doing, man? Just be careful because these guys coming on your channel and stuff, you know, they can hack you, man. They hacked Flats's channel and I was like, oh, really?" And so basically I left it. At first I let them on, and then as soon as I heard about the whole hacking thing, I was like, let me get them off, right? Got them off, and then Roger Ledwell, I was listening to his testimony, and then I was like, hey, you want to know something? I left it up as a poll. I left it up to the Foundry. I was like, should I let these guys on? Should I not? Right? And of course, the poll said, yes, I should. Now, I made an executive decision to override the poll and say, no, we're not letting these guys on, right? And there were a few reasons as to why, right? We're not letting them on because obviously there's something that they could physically do to our channel, my channel, everything else. One. Two, also because we understand it's useless at this point. Liars are going to lie. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much truth you put on a liar. They're just going to lie. You know what that was good enough for me. So I went ahead, I ixnayed everything involving them, but it didn't matter because they already had access to my StreamYard at that point. However, which way they did it, listen, I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend like I know. I don't know. Okay. But this one channel was up there live streaming a quote unquote hack. Now I'm doing these air quotes because I don't know what he did, but I do know what he said, right? Everybody knew what they said. And they came in here warning me real time on my chat, hey, this guy said he is hacking you. He said he is going to do A, B, and C to you. Now, multiple times during his stream on July 3rd, y'all can see it for yourselves, man. I ain't got to do nothing, right? He said himself, I am going to hack him. I'm going to hack the shit out of him, right? And
that's quote. That's quote. That's for like straight from the horse's mouth on that.
Yes, yes. He said all that. He did something to my channel, and so it's not like he did it just to me. He also, again, did something to Flatsoid's channel as well, right? It's not called a Flatsoid channel no more. Obviously, he's changed it up recently, but he did it to his channel as well. Now, the reason I'm talking about it is not to be, just a little crybaby about it, but because we have to understand the gravity as to, and of course, I'm using the word gravity. A lot of people might get mad and call me a shill because I said gravity, or whatever. Yeah, right.
I said planet the other day, so it's all
right.
good.
Yeah, right. Planet. You said globe, and I don't know. But
every now and then we slip up. It happens. Gravitas, gravitas, maybe that one.
Right, the magnitude of what it is these guys are doing and what we're involved in is greater than we could possibly know, I think, at this point, to where they're going to get desperate, where they're going to, like I said, it's not going to get any better from here. It's going to morph and it's going to get worse. So my thing is to not sit around like little lambs and do our due diligence and use their own system, use this system that is here and available against them. That is what I'm going to say about that. It's not going to be, and some people are going to say it's not hacking, but here's the thing. When you start making threats of doing anything like that, it changes the game. You understand? And nobody takes kindly to threats of hacking or threats of this or threats of that. So it changes the dynamic of things. And at that point, it's no longer in our hands. And so we work accordingly. And then we use that system that's built in place against them. That's it.
And now you had suggested that you were going to, and I think we should probably get that information out. Who do you report to? Like if someone like blatantly says they're going to commit an offense, maybe even a federal offense, right on air, where do you send people to report it? Like because like I kind of got a little bit from you that day, but like I'd like maybe everybody out there needs to know.
That is a good question. Cyber crimes.
Yes. So obviously obviously the obviously it is YouTube. You obviously report YouTube, obviously report everybody where this is being streamed at. Report, let everybody know, even your rumbles and stuff like that. I don't know if people do Twitch, like I don't know what everybody else uses through StreamYard, but just let people know, right? Let the official outlets know. Once you let them know, then you can kind of hike it up a little bit. Some people, it's up to you whether or not you want to let your local authorities know, right, and keep them aware as to what's going on. Then after that, you just raise it a little bit more. There is a entity called IC3. They're a wing of the feds. You could let them know too. It's up to you how you want to do it. And you know what? My thing is this: you got to consider who we are, right? Whether you're an American citizen or you live in Denmark or wherever, you let these guys know. You let them know who's doing what and what they're saying and how they're doing it. And you present to them all the evidence. See, here's the thing. When you're not lying and you're not telling the truth, this is not an issue for you, right? There's what's there to hide about? We didn't do nothing. We're not going around going into people's channels and doing this. And some people are saying it's not hacking. Well, I don't know. Listen, I don't know what it is or what you want to call it or what you want to say it is, because we have people in your channel saying it's not hacking. Listen, when you start saying you're doing something and then it looks like a duck, it smells like a duck, it could be a goose. I don't know. I'm going to report it as a duck. I'll let the proper channels go ahead and figure that out. We're going to present to them everything that happened. That's it. And we're not in the wrong. We didn't do anything. We don't go on people's channels. We don't do this other stuff. And really, that's what it boils down to, really, at the end of the day.
To whoever said it's not hacking, couldn't they technically, if they got into your StreamYard, get all your info and then get your credit and find enough clues to get into other stuff? I mean, couldn't that just like be, if you're smart enough to hack into your StreamYard, you can get enough juice to destroy your life, couldn't you? I mean, or have I seen too many movies?
Say again?
Or have I seen too many movies?
No. Like once it happens, once it happens, basically you leave a footprint. You leave a thumbprint as to your, what you're doing. And what doesn't help is when you're on live stream saying that you're doing these things. That doesn't help at all. And you guys could go back to this person's channel and you could see this person saying it live of multiple times. I'm sure you guys on the Foil Sombrero have seen it yourselves. And they've said it. And now here's the thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be just me that it happens to. If you witness it, you have every single right in the world to go ahead and report it yourselves. And that's what makes it so powerful, right? It's not just me reporting it. If you see it and you witness it happening, you have to report it. Or
would you compare this, Vlad? Would you compare this to
do anything, right? Let me take that part back. You should report it.
You should report it. And would you? This was very similar to a point of service attack. In other words, even if it's not a POS attack on a website, they could point of service attack you within StreamYard, for that matter.
Yeah,
they could send 1 million people to like click on your link and literally shut down your StreamYard, your StreamYard page. Is that possible? I mean, I don't know. I don't know that much about computers, man.
Listen, I'm not going to sit here and bullshit you. What I do know is that we didn't do. I know I didn't go on nobody's shit and start threatening them with a hack, whatever you. Listen, man, I'm not trying to mince words. When people say, "Hey, it's not this, it's not that," listen, whatever you want to call it, you could call it that. When a person says they're going to do something and then they do something similar, I'm not sitting here trying to mince words with a motherfucker. I'm just going to report it. That's it. You can call me what you want. Call me a bitch. My thing is this is a war, right? Whether you want to believe that or not, this is what it's come down to. Okay. And if you're trying to suppress my voice by doing whatever it is you're doing, it's evident at this point, because you don't see me going to like, I like Transformers, right? Don't like G.I. Joe as much. You don't see me going to a G.I. Joe channel and saying, "Hey, I'm going to hack this G.I. Joe." See me doing. though I don't necessarily agree with those people of the globe, and I really don't like them, you don't find us at their channels performing these same acts. You understand? So there's a big difference between how we operate and how they operate. And a lot of people in the chat right now don't have to like it, but that's the reality we live in right now. And this is what's going on. And if you stream and it's happened to you, then you should feel some kind of way. Or if you stream and it hasn't happened to you, or it hasn't happened to you yet, you should feel some kind of way because a violation did take place. Whether you want to believe that, whether you want to think that's not what it is or whatever, it happened. You understand? It went down, it happened, and so it's being dealt with.
Ray in chat, I think we're still at the threat level, right? Like, has he executed anything that you can say? Someone was like, did they take your money? Hold on. Maybe I'm missing something. Your hack hasn't actually happened yet, right? Like, it's still at the threat level, or
that's what's being at.
Okay. Well, I didn't know how much. I don't know what I can say.
Unless, am I frozen? Can you see me?
No, yeah. I see.
No. Something went down. I'm not going to get into full detail. Like I said, you could go see this person on their channel, and you could see it. That's why I gave you guys a date. I'm not going to go into full detail as to these things. You understand?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I'm not going to go into detail as to those things. That's why I gave you guys a date. You guys know who I'm talking about. If you don't know,
yes.
That. Right. So yeah, go look, you see for yourself. And the guy's caught dead to rights doing what he did or not doing what he did. So fear porn, I don't think so. Like,
yeah. No, he's just not glorifying the guy by saying some stuff. Is what's going on. The guy that's asking these questions, he's a legitimate guy. No, he's just not glorifying him by saying certain things right now. Is the best way to put it.
So folks are getting upset saying fear porn and this and that. Listen, man.
We know exactly who it is. I know who it is.
Yeah, we know who it is. We're just not announcing it. But there's multiple channels. You can reach out to any of us privately, and we can let you know what exactly channel it is. The channel out there, and if you're probably listening, you know who you are, and we know who you are, and we haven't really opened up any of our offensive skills from FE land at this point in time. We've been pretty easy and laid back, even at 10 years, as many times we've been attacked. We don't go on the offensive that much. But if this sort of stuff starts to happen and it gets to be regular, some of the smartest motherfuckers I've ever met in my life are in this community, and you will get crushed. And I want that to go out to, and you know exactly who you are, who did the hack, and we'll unleash everything that we know on you, and it won't be pretty. We don't want to do it. We'd rather you like sit back and chill the fuck out and like learn.
You know what I equate this to? I equate this to once we use their measurements in their face to describe this flat earth, and to describe their globe earth, and it doesn't work. It's almost like, well, we're using your measurements, right? It's basically these tools. Like, hey, you said you did something. Now we're using your tools against you.
Yeah.
Where are we wrong? Like, how are we foolish if we're doing what it is that you're supposed to do based off of the tools that we're given? You understand what I'm saying?
Indeed.
And my thing is, we're not in the wrong. We're very, very much so in the right. We don't do that. That shit is weak. That shit is corny. And I think it says a lot when you do your best to suppress somebody's voice, to tell the truth, to tell it like it is. You know what I'm saying? Again, we have nothing to hide. We just tell it like it is, from my channel to the other channels on up. You know what I'm saying?
So, one of my favorite things in general about, at least this discourse of cosmology is, and this works every time. You're over the target when people are fucking with you in their spare time. Like, you're either getting paid to do this, or you're really warped and backwards, and you're pissed off, or you're cog dissed out, or whatever. Whenever you're over the target, that's when you get the most flack.
Yeah.
Right. And this is this is really part of this conversation we're having tonight is that, you know, in 2018, when YouTube did their thing in Congress and mentioned our little group,
Yeah.
that's when I knew, holy fucking shit, we're over the target.
Yeah.
And then that's when everyone stopped getting subs. You
Right.
know, everyone flatlined. 2018 flatlined, and there was no more. Now, whether or not people are listening to it or not out there, it's not showing up on our sub count. Who
Right.
knows? You know, it's all smoke and mirrors at this point in time. But they made it clear in 2018 that we were right there
Right.
over the target. And so
Yeah.
now you've got people like this that do this, anti-flat earthers, or
Yeah.
call them what you will, trolls. Maybe they're getting paid to do it or whatever. But it's really easy to see it, guys. It's
Right.
super easy. When people start doing this shit, you know, that means they're on their last stand. They're on the last little bit of gas in the tank, and all they got is ad hom, and they obscure the truth. You know, the tech companies smash your subs. They smash, you know, what you're going to be able to tell to people, that sort of thing. We're there already.
Yeah, and they're doing, man, they're pulling all, stops. They're trying to call me a loser. They saying I'm riding on stolen valor. I mean, my thing is this, man, like they could say what they want. The truth is going to outlive me. I'm going to turn into dust one day. Everybody in here becomes dust one day. Our words, our vibration, our truths are what's going to withstand the time. It doesn't matter. The lies, they fall to the wayside. The lies say a lot, right? But they don't hold true like they would in a piece of stone. They last, right? And it's
Yeah,
the
the truth
truth
is
that
so
they're afraid of.
easy. The
It's
truth
so
is easy.
easy and it's effective. And also at the same time, if you're not in line with the truth, like you stand out. You stand out to such a degree that people, whether they're looking for that truth or not, they will see you. You know what I'm saying? They'll see you, and then it's not going to be a good look for you. So you could go ahead and you could do all these things, and you could do your best to suppress the truth. We don't we don't suppress truths, right?
Right.
We don't find anything in that. And again, man, you've got these channels, and you've got these potential channels. If you know that there's a truth that needs to be said, don't wait on us. Like, go out, make your damn channel. You need to make your channel. Don't wait
And
on someone to say
that's
anything.
a really good point. I wanted to say that, and I'll preface this with you know, the first people that blast through a concrete wall that needs to be blasted through get some teeth broke, and that's what a lot of us did, you know, over the course of a lot of years. Right now we're here and we're still alive. You know, our teeth are back. And the one thing you wanted to talk about, which I think is really important, is that even if you're just a person that hangs out in the chats and you don't have a lot of like original stuff to bring to things, it's still important to start a channel. Even if you start a channel and you collect your favorite videos from your favorite people. Maybe we don't all agree. We have, you know, spirited discourse and there's a lot of arguments in the community or whatever. But you can still make a channel, and you can conglomerate. If you don't want to do your own stuff and put it out there, you don't want to put your face on it, you can at least do a channel and include your favorite things. And if everybody that were in these chats with us, you know, between, you know, the Sombrero, between Vlad, between Soft, between Sarge, between White, there's a ton of people that have big time channels. If even every single person in the chat just started a channel of their favorite videos, you can't imagine what a big difference that would make. I mean, it literally, they wouldn't know where to look. They would be lost in the fog of so many channels. And
That's right.
we lost a lot of channels in 2018, the purge, but we're back. You know, like everybody needs a channel. Start one.
Yeah. Start a channel. Start up a channel, man. Like you wouldn't believe how much I learned from the guys in the chat, right? Which we call, it's the foundry on my channel. And there's
Indeed.
so many smart people. And I'm happy, I'm grateful for them. And I'm a little bit annoyed at the same time because I'm just like, you guys have so much to give and you're wasting it. I feel as if to some degree listen, I don't hate you at all. And I'm glad that you watch and you listen and you partake and participate. But I would much rather that you start your own stuff, right? You start your own channel, you branch off and you develop, right? Like we will watch. We'll support you. However, which way you need that support, we'll support you, right? We'll also watch you. But you've got a strength that you don't know that you have, and your voice is important because it's the truth. You understand this? Listen, we're riding the wave of truth. I know that shit sounds corny as hell, but you got to understand how that makes us powerful, right? Because like I've said, those things like if the truth is gonna outlive us. You don't have to have the best English. You don't have to look good. You don't have to smell good or be the prettiest or be the smartest. As long as what you're saying is the truth, in line with what the Constitution of the earth is not, as long as you spit that out, listen to me. Listen. People will come. The people that need to hear that message, they'll come to your channel because there are people just like you that just haven't heard it in that way. They might not vibe with how I say it. They might not vibe with how other channels say it. That's what you need to understand. They just might vibe with how you say it. Those are the people that need to be reached. Those are the people that need to hear your message the way you deliver it. However, which way you deliver it, right? Doesn't have to be like me. You ain't got to sound like these guys. You don't have to sound like anybody outside of this channel or outside of my channel. You got to sound like the way you need to sound like, and you need to deliver your channel. That's it. And you need to deliver the words. That's it. Right? And that's it. And those people they'll congregate to your channel, and it will grow, and then they'll learn from you, and then they'll make that. That's just how it is, man. So please don't feel as if you don't have it, because you do. As long as you're telling the truth, you got more than you need. I promise you that.
Yeah, and then you can, like, honestly, just the way we do here at the Sombrero, we spin it up into like having fun. We because it's a very serious topic that we're on, and like for the full week, you get a lot of serious discussions. 6-hour, 8-hour streams, whatever we do here. This is kind of the unwinding of the week, and we have a good laugh about it. But like everyone that starts channels, you can spin it up however you want to make it into your own vibe and still talk about the topics that you care about. You don't have to do these 6-hour burns of mega physics and like, proofs and everything else. You can just talk about what's comfortable to you, and people will listen. People are dying for this kind of information. And frankly, like, there should be a TV guide for this stuff for the week. Like, there's probably enough people out there that could do an hour segment Sunday to Sunday and fill up YouTube all week long, so you would never not have some sort of bit of content about cosmology, which I think that's what we're really ultimately talking about, is where our reality and what we're walking around in, which is every day, all the time, everywhere. Yep. I think that's pretty important.
And that wakes you up to everything else. And I had the idea for a TV guide too. I want to say this too. If you've thought about starting a channel, if you're going into it for money or for attention, any kind
that's funny.
Or you care about if you care about having like the biggest channel, you're starting off on the wrong foot. Do it because you're having fun. And if you have 20 subs, you have a little community outside of this community, outside of that community. If it's on your mind, I went for it, and I'm the last guy that should have went for it. Luckily, I have people like, Alex and Nico and DJ and Andrew. Andrew's late. Just realized that. Luckily, I have a team to make it about something. And my cop out, which was mine was supposed to be a light take on all these things, not your info channel. But yeah. I think everyone should have a channel and stop with the infighting, support each other, man.
Absolutely. I've heard a bunch of shit like I'm a shill, like I'm suspicious. Let me tell you, motherfuckers saying all that, right? I'm gonna do my best to hold my tongue as to how I talk about you. I'm gonna talk about that shill situation, all right? I lost a fucking job that I was getting paid very well doing, right? Because I was out here telling the truth the way I tell the goddamn truth, okay? Lost my fucking employment. You could go back in the archives and you could see what the fuck it was I was talking about, okay? This is around November of 2023, all right? I said it like it was. Motherfuckers didn't like it, but I said it. I didn't fucking apologize for a goddamn thing I said. That's how fucking real I am about this nonsense. You understand me? So don't come around here talking about, oh, shill this, shill that. Look, motherfucker, I did what the fuck I did. I worked the way with what the fuck I worked with. You understand? And I say it like it is. And people don't like that. And sometimes you fucking get in trouble. And I get it. whatever, a grifter, whatever. No, there is no apologize for grifting or nothing like that. There's no grifting. I say it like it is. I don't make a dime off this. I don't go around doing marathons to collect money for whatever, right? And if for those of y'all that do have my Cash App and you've given me money, I do my best to make sure that that money returns back to the foundry. You understand? I don't keep a dime of that money. I have my little gas station job. I'm totally content with it. I did what the fuck I did while I was in the goddamn military, and I'm content with that, right? I am happy with where I am. Of course, there's spiritual growth and development that's to take place. I get it, right? But I've been through fucking enough. And I don't need that to fucking say that I'm true to what it is that I do. I just am. But trust me, I've dealt with the whole fucking getting fired shit. So I know how the fuck it feels. You understand? So don't fucking sit there telling me I don't get this and I don't get that. Come step into my world for a little bit and see how this fucking tastes. I don't know how it tastes in your world, but over here it's been interesting to say the least, right? But I wouldn't change it for anything. And I haven't changed my tune. If anything, I poured it on a little bit harder because I understand how important this message is. Okay. And so whether you agree with the tinfoil sombrero or not, listen, we go everywhere. I'm doing my best to go to as many different places to get this message out to different people. And then so it doesn't sit with me. You understand? Because this message is special. It's a serious message, and it doesn't just sit with me or the sombrero. Everybody's got to deliver this message. That's how big and important it is. Like, I wish we could see it that way, that it's not a special secret. No, we should never keep it as a secret. We gotta fucking
indeed, Vlad. It's every day, all the time, all around you, everywhere. It is the thing outside of your spiritual journey, and I've always said this: that's yours and yours alone to have. This is the topic of our time, and it covers everything. And some people say they have their arms around it. I don't think everyone has their arms around it, but if you really truly get your arms around it, you understand how important it is. It literally is all the time, all around us, every day. It is the one, and you crack this one, then you can do your thing, your spiritual thing, whatever it is that you're focusing on. This place was designed. It was designed. I don't know by who, but somebody more smart than I am, I mean, we weren't the first people to rent this apartment, and it's like, once you get that, man, it gets so fascinating, doesn't it? Like, the world opens up into these ways that you're just like, whoa, like mind blower after mind blower every day.
It's not boring. It's not boring. Well before the show, I've been a truther for a long time, but I've been a flat earther since 2015. And my work never stops. And people calling people like us grifters, or like we're making money, or we're sold out, or we're shills. Like, dude, I bet I flipped. I mean, this is granted, it's out of 5,000 people, but when I worked at Nissan, I flipped so many people. Like, I don't even want to put, like, I got like 60, close to 60 sub apps alone. So probably a couple hundred people. I mean, and that's not, I mean, I realize out of 5,000 people, that's not a whole lot, but like, I'm constantly doing this. Like, this is my passion, because once you wake up to this, everything else, it's almost just like, I agree with people that are like, what's it matter to the shape? Well, it matters because it kind of tears your blinders down for everything else somehow. Someone else want to take that? Because I know you know what I mean. Like, that kind of opens the door for clear sight, for 2020 sight everywhere somehow.
Yeah, and I can speak to that. It's like we got messed with when we were very young, and they spun up our original platform, our soul. They spun it up, and before we even had a chance to even talk about it, before we had a chance to like discern what the hell it was already over. And so every decision we made over the course of 30, 40, 50 years was based on a moving platform as opposed to a stabilized platform. And getting back to that stabilized platform is where the cog dis happens, and breaking off a lot of things, and it's really hard. I think some people are too old to break the programming. We're not. I think this crew is really good. I think there's some older people that are actually breaking the programming, but that's what the cog dis comes from. You got to stabilize the platform, stop it spinning, look at the world from a non-spinning perspective. Hi, Andrew. How are you?
Speak of the devil.
Well,
Well, I was addressing everybody. Well, I was addressing everyone, and I was talking about how, you know, was it when I was talking about not holding down 2 hours on Strange World? Like, I have this good team, and I'm listening to people, and I'm like, oh, Andrew's not here.
Yeah,
Awfully
I was
quiet.
freaking out because I didn't know where my cell phone went. So I was just like panicking and just walking around trying to find where I put it. And it was on my anvil.
Do you have candles lit? It definitely like it looks like you listen to Tool nonstop in that room.
Andrew, we're glad to have you here. We are going to take a quick break, and then you guys.
Well, that's in like 6 minutes, right?
Well, I don't know. We can take it now, or we can take it in 5 minutes, however you like. However you like it.
Yeah.
We're gonna. This is gonna be wide open. We're gonna go as long as it takes tonight because I think we're on a good roll here.
Well, yeah, I definitely have some notes I've taken down.
Okay.
But you guys continue. I will be back. Do you want to take the break in like 5 minutes, Rico, or you?
It doesn't matter, Andrew. Do you want to hit like a five?
Well, I just joined in. I've been listening, but I didn't have any opportunity. I wasn't able to join in, so it's your
let's see. Well, I need actually, you know what, Lowry? Let me redo the order of the break. Can you talk and let me play your thing up front? Can you talk about that? And then
yeah. Well, yeah, I can do a quick. So I'm doing a release of my record, which was supposed to come out in 2020, and then the event of 2020. It went to digital distribution, and then we pulled it because there was just everything went to shit. We know why. And it's a love letter to FE. It was started out as a love letter to an ex-girlfriend, and then that was written during my I guess what you would call my awakening to a newer cosmology that I wasn't aware of before. So I don't write songs like Alex Michael, conspiracy music guru. I don't write songs about flat Earth on the nose, but it kind of shows up in my music. So I'm going to release that record finally. It has the Mars song that Sarge plays every week on his show. Then there's another 11 songs on there. So if you like that song, maybe you'll like the other 11 songs. Anyway, that comes out on August 1st. Along with the entire catalog, there's going to be an option there to buy the whole thing and own it. It'll go out on digital distribution on August 15th to the regular Spotify, Apple Music, everything else. But like, if you're one of people like me that I'd like to have stuff on my own machine in case that thing goes to shit, you can own the entire catalog. And I'm saying pay what you want. Suggested for 54 songs, $50, but you can put in whatever number you want. So there's my shameless promotion for my new record, and we're going to show a video, and that's about all I'm going to say about that. It's just I don't like self promotions.
Vlad, I got along with his video, I got about a 9-minute break queued up for it does have to be halfway point. Andrew is got a few topics, so it's as if it's the intro to the show without his part now. Because we're not done with you as our special guest at all. It's just Andrew's running behind for his, how we talked about Trump and the list and whatnot. And that's it. So you guys go smoke them if you got them.
Oh, I'm going to smoke. I have way too much left.
You owe me some chocolates. All right, here we go.
Do it. That wasn't much of a song. like for a break, but
It's a promo video, Andrew. There's 3 more videos.
Whoops. Okay.
My bad.
Let's not disappoint Vlad.
What's up? What's up? What's going on, Andrew?
Hey, Vlad. Cheers.
Esoterica. Fire. Ice. Air. Water. Ether. Save the date. October 17, 18, and 19, 2025. Esoterica.
Wow, I'm professional tonight.
Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app. Frequently asked questions. More resources.
Can't believe I did that.
Books divided into your favorite categories. Shopping for that perfect Flat Earth item. Homeschool section. Featured content creators. Biblical cosmology. Old world research. Video search feature. Games. The Meetup Maker will help you find your local tribe. Matchmaker, to help you find that special someone. Search your selected radius and say hello. Image search for those key images at your fingertips. Enjoy our chat section. Selected new background in our settings area. Time lapse, zodiac, and time zones. The Friend Finder helps you see where all the cool people are hanging. Use your referral code and earn points and Dome cryptocurrency.
All right. Hey guys, this is a good time. I don't know if Lauer's back. This would be a good time to say no one pays me for these commercials. If anyone else ever has any kind of event that's coming up, whatever it is, as long as it's related to truth in some way, just text me or get my number. Everyone on the screen has my number. I'd be glad to play your commercial for no fee whatsoever. It's just a nice little way to cut the show in half. I mean, I guess as long as, you know, my co-hosts are down with it. So if anyone ever has an event, just let me know. I'll throw it in there in our break.
Sounds pretty good. I did definitely miss the point where I think Vlad was talking about his account being hacked. Is that right?
Just hacking going on. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into details as to what and everything else. I mean, things got changed up, whatever. Threats were made. That's what we know.
Oh, do we have some Dave haters in chat? Sorry, guys. He's he's been a close personal friend of mine for a long time. I've heard the negative rap. I know. So if you do, Vlad, and that simulcast it on your channel, my bad.
What was that? No, that's
no. Oh, okay. I just see a few people in chat. Either way, I don't work like that. Once I'm someone's friend, unless they do something negative to me, I don't pay attention to what the consensus is saying in chats. So I might have misread. I just saw something.
Okay. So on the lighter side of conspiracies, I'm sharing my screen right now.
Sure.
You got it?
I don't see it yet.
Sharing it?
Do you got it, or you need me to do it from this end?
Well, you have to.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is Comedy's Sake, and this is the password game, and this is how you can fuck with scammers. And
you sure you want to do this online? I mean,
oh yeah, it doesn't matter. No, it is.
All right. Hey man, I don't know what magic you're doing, but okay.
No, you'll find out real quick.
Okay.
So it's called it's a game. Okay, so I'm gonna type in the letter T. All right. Now the rule says your password must be 5 characters. So T. Okay, and your password, okay, must include a number. I'll type in 1. Okay, this is how you can fuck with scammers, and I can tell you exactly how to incorporate this with an SQL with an HTML type of a codex. Okay, so now it's just gonna fuck with them like so long to the point where they will never call you again. Okay, because this is almost impossible to solve. I actually did solve it. Okay, so I just typed in T1, and I'm not going to go on with this for too long. Don't worry. And now it says rule number 3: your password must include an uppercase letter. Okay, so I'm just going to give me I don't care what it is. Uppercase what?
Z.
Z. Okay. All right. Now, rule number 4: your password must. All right, give me a special character. Basically, just doesn't matter what it is. Okay, an @ sign. Okay, whatever. The digits in your password must add up to 25. So 1 plus that has to be 5555, and then 4. Okay, now, and your password must include a month and a year. What the fuck? It changes every time too.
I got to be honest with you. You lost me, buddy.
I'm just saying, it's funny as fuck when you're gonna use this with scammers and like, yeah, we need access to your account. Then this is what? How many rules do you need? Okay, so June. All right. Okay. The password must include a Roman numeral. All right. What? XM.
It must include a corporate symbol too.
Yeah. Your password must include one of our sponsors. What was that? Pepsi, Starbucks, and Chevron. All right. So, I don't know. Okay. All right. And the Roman numerals in your password should multiply to 35. Like, how the fuck are you supposed to get past this point? It's very, very difficult. This is supposed to be a basic password. Okay, so anyways, if anyone wants to mess around with it, it's a website. Beyond this point, it gets really, really difficult to actually solve.
Yeah, I'm easy to hack. Just call me and pretend to be my friend, and I'm like,
There's no fucking way.
yeah, you can have my Prime password. Like,
Oh Lord.
All right,
okay.
so that's
All right.
sorry. I'm a little stoned right now, and I'm very very tired.
I never would guess.
I'm going like 36 hours and no sleep. So
Okay, what else you got for us?
all right.
Oh boy.
I ain't going to sit here and lie to y'all. Kind of get away from that. Like the chat was lit up with Dave's app, and I was like, yo, yeah, I ain't on that motherfucker no more. And then as soon as like in the middle of that craziness in the chat, that commercial came up, and I was like,
oh really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. Like, holy shit, real time. Wow.
I can't tell you if that app puts out. I've heard that before. I do know that it's not Dave's intent if it does do that. But yeah, I should have. Vlad, that's my bad. I should have took into consideration that you're simulcasting. I didn't know. Like, I've been on it for years now. I've known him personally for years. This podcast or me doing a show was his idea. He's done nothing but help me when I really needed it in ways that he probably doesn't want me to say.
I got you.
Like, so until people have personally screwed me over, I'm a ride till you die kind of guy. And even then, a simple apology usually cut it.
I got you, man. And this is, like we've spoken about this time and time again on my channel and other channels. But when you have a personal attachment with somebody and then they seem to falter, I'm not gonna name no names. Y'all know who the guilty parties are, right? They seem to falter. If you have a personal relationship with them, right? We're not gonna say it's not your fault, but we're gonna point that out. And then we're gonna point that out to the world. We're gonna point that out to everybody. So this is why I say the truth is what's gonna be what outlasts us. You understand?
Yeah,
it's bigger than all of us. We are not the truth.
And I do have one of those, by the way.
Right?
I've got someone right now that I'm having a really hard time letting go of my personal attachment. Someone in chat I had a phone conversation with, and I'm just like, at what point do I can't go into it, but I know what you mean. At some point you do have to let go. Yeah. I get it.
Like because we have to consider the information that we have I think it's sacred. It's so powerful and so necessary. It is sacred, right? And so as long as we keep pushing the truth, like you have to separate from liars, basically, or those that are trying to hinder the truth. It sucks. And I'm not in your shoes, right? I don't hang around with those motherfuckers, or I do my best to not hang around with motherfuckers like that. But when you get caught up in situations like that, people are going to associate you, kind of like with Peter, when it was time for him to give up the ghost and be like, yo, aren't you friends with Jesus? And it's kind of like that in reverse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Chicken is going to bark 3 times, and then it's going to say, oh, and of course you got people in here calling me a liar. I don't know what I lie about, but I'm interested to know where I've lied. Like, I'm very interested. Like, call me out. Every time I lie somewhere, you need to call me out, right? Make sure you call me out if I'm lying. That's how serious I am about this shit. And I'll be like, hey, I lied about this, but I know good and damn well I didn't. And that's a serious claim, right? You need to call me out if you think I'm lying. If you think I'm lying, you need to call me out, because I'm pushing for this truth thing pretty goddamn hard. That's it.
And there's a difference between what you're saying and, like, okay, I've said this before and I'll say it again. There's truths that people on my own show don't all line up with. So the people that fight over all that melted brick stuff or Tartaria or whatever it may be, that shouldn't be a division. That should be, oh, you don't? Oh, okay, cool. Or like me, I think the Bible is truth, but I know plenty of people that just believe in a higher power. But that's different than someone that's being intentionally deceitful, or deceiving you. And that's calling you a liar or backstabbing you or trying to hack you. So I do want to make sure it's clear that we're being clear that it's okay to have differences in the truth,
Right.
as long as you're being straight up about it.
Yeah. And so, this is something that I spoke about. I jumped on yesterday for another 4-hour clip, right? I jumped on real quick just to go over Eric Dubé's stuff. We barely touched on it, but we still touched on it, his 200 proofs. And I might have inadvertently said globe in reference to where we live and stuff like that. And, there's somebody in there saying that I said globe. And I'm not denying. I don't remember not saying it. I don't remember necessarily saying it, but I'm going to sit here and I'm not going to deny saying that I said globe.
Oh, dude,
right?
they will cut you. They will cut you up no matter like you. Everyone has a globe slip up. I've been trying to replace realm with globe for years, but every now and then I'll slip up and say it. And there was another thing that was out there on us on the sombrero where we're going through all the signs. That this. I'm probably going to get cut up right now for doing this. I'm going to get cut up for this. Right? We were literally talking about that, and they used it and they cut it up and turned it into something that it wasn't. And it's like you do have to use language very carefully, especially when you're talking in the public realm, because there are again, never go full RV. Don't ever do that. We learned that lesson a long time ago.
You can find stuff of me in real life though that is it's not real because I didn't mean it, but I came from the music industry, so
you mean like this one.
I used to flash that all the time.
Like rock on.
But I didn't mean I love Satan. I just did it. I mean, I've even got a photo shoot where I'm doing that, like straight up. Right. But this is like 2009. I wasn't like looking into the Illuminati. Well, was I at that point? Point being, like, if you want to take someone down, you can cut up anything. And I think those people need to get to a point. If you're already suspicious of someone and you got other things, then maybe add to it. But don't use that as your basis to tear someone down.
Well, I also said gravity, and I said gravity earlier, right? When describing something, the gravity or how important it was. And I was like, I'm probably going to get called out for saying the word gravity. But my thing is
let's touch on that.
They almost treat it like that Nickelodeon show. You can't do this on television, where every time you said a particular word, like the slime would fall on you.
Yeah.
Was it? I don't know, or I don't think. Wait, what was it?
Yeah,
I remember it.
There's this show on. You can't say this. You can't do this on television. Anytime you said a certain word, like the slime bucket would fall on you. The Nickelodeon, right? And it's one of those things, right? Which I kind of get it. I understand. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, I don't understand who would. No, I get it. But the thing is I admitted, I was like, hey, there are still some parts of me. Everybody came from the globe. Everybody did.
All of us.
Everybody did. So there are certain things in your vocabulary or your way of thinking that are still attached to this globe. Doesn't matter. Or to this realm that you see. There I go. To this realm that we live on. So you're gonna say, oh, well, globally, right? The global effect of this and that, or climate change, or if you include those things, or you could say, well, globally, people agree that this is. And then people would be like, well, he must be a globe earther because he said globally. No, I'm not a globe earther.
Right? Yeah. And I think it's really important to to explore that language. And there's nothing wrong with saying the word gravity. Gravity
means weight.
It means weight, and gravitas, has the same effect. And what you're talking about really is a downward bias on what we think we understand is a plane of existence. There's a lot of things going on out there. What it is, density, buoyancy, or if it's electrostatic. Either way, we stick to the ground, right?
I think it's both. By the way,
and you can, but it's like the gravity is not a cuss word. It's just it's the misunderstanding of mass attracts mass that's caused so much of a ruckus in the physics community and everything else. They can't prove that mass attracts mass, other than two balls in a shed, some comic book thread that was made up fucking years ago and put in textbooks. That's the only thing they got. But what I'm saying is like there is a downward bias, and it's either electrostatic or it's density, buoyancy, or it's a combination of both. And you can say gravity. I like the word gravity. I think it's useful in lots of different ways to use it. But people that are on the spectrum or their RV, they will cut that up and they'll tell a story that they want to tell, and they'll make a story that you're some sort of shill and some sort of like bullshit person with a bunch of cut up reels and then convince their stupid following that it's the same thing. And it's like, whoa, guys, slow down. And don't get me wrong, RV did some killer shit back in the day. Like he woke up a lot of people on a lot of cool things, and then he just fucking went overboard.
Hey,
And
I
he
was
just
a
went
mod
all the
on
way.
this channel, and I just tried to defend. It was right when RV and Richie from Boston went and tore down everyone. I was a mod on his channel and got muted just for defending. I defended, actually, the guy I defended was a Glober. He had merchandise that was a mask, but it was kind of like what we're going to do, the Teespring thing. And you could put the graphic on anything, and he couldn't go in and adjust if a mask was one of those options. So it's not like he released a mask. It was just one of the options you could put his graphic on. And that's all I did was explain that he didn't choose mask. He had no option. There was no way to toggle off that merchandise, who he's doing his merchandise through. That's all I said. And he muted me, and I'd been his mod forever. And that kind of behavior is just too short-sighted.
Right.
I mean, and I'd like to speak to that too, if I can, Rico. Like for every bit of genius that's going on inside of like this little place that we're all talking to each other on, and there is like, you will find somebody that is genius that will uncover something that you didn't even think about. Well, I kind of feel like, and this is my humble opinion, that like a lot of people that are doing this kind of research are a little bit on the spectrum. And it took that power for them to see something that we couldn't see, but they can't bring the whole picture together. In other words, they don't bring the humanity into it. If it doesn't work into their little thing that they've got sorted out for their whole worldview, then we're a shill. We don't work in there. We don't work in their thing. And that's what we're talking about being on the spectrum. They don't understand how to think into other people's speak.
Vlad, please.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What's up?
No, you were going to say something, I thought.
No. I was letting you cook.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
Well, Lowry, it's like the Shakespearean fatal flaw. Like the best musicians and artists in the world are also in so much pain they end up dying of heroin overdoses. It's like
there's that.
It's
Yeah,
like, well, I'm
that.
just comparing what you're trying to say. Like to see some of the things and have a grasp on things, you got something a little off on you to be able to go down these rabbit holes and wake up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I'm saying like, even like some of the craziest ideas, some of them actually work. And like, and it spawned, like, if you look at, I know there's a big melting bricks thing in the past. We know all this. I'm not endorsing any of that, but like some of the people see things that we don't see, and they play a puzzle piece into the bigger picture. But in their little puzzle piece world, everything else has to work around their little puzzle piece. And if it doesn't, then you're a shill and you don't understand how I see it. This is limited thinking. It's brilliant thinking and a very razor sharp sliver of the view of the world. Whereas if you can stand back from it and look at all the pieces, and I'm going to use my favorite word, in aggregate, and sort of discern all of it together, you'll get a picture of it, and it's like, this is the thing that tears this community apart, really, is that the ones that are hyper focused, call them on the spectrum, call them whatever you want, they overturn some really big rocks, and you're like, wow, I never thought about it that way. They also fuck up the same way. They fuck up the same way they overturn the rock. They fuck it up, and they forget that there's this broad spectrum of the world that you got to consider. But if it doesn't work in this little tiny little Rain Man little pocket, then fuck you. That's what they say.
They don't leave any room for gray, like the gray. Like
you have to leave room for it, because like it's an ongoing process learning this shit.
All right, so I got a question for Vlad.
Go ahead, Andrew.
In regards to your Navy experience, which I also had, but you did 20 years, I only did 6 years. How much of your Navy experience do you think actually influenced your current paradigm of the world?
Oh my God!
Good question.
I'd say all 23 years. I did a million different jobs. Right?
Oh, you did 23 years. I think. Oh shit!
Well,
right on.
Technically 22 and a half. Okay.
Okay.
I round up because it was just that long. Okay. But 22 and a half years, 23 years, excuse me, I don't want to, you know, trigger the algorithms and call me a liar or a shill or some shit, right? But no, it was most of my career, right? Because I was an electrician's mate. I started out as an electrician's mate, right? I was an EM.
Me too.
See, there we go, holla. All right. When did you graduated? I'm sorry. We're gonna get back to it, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm a sailor right here. When did you graduate EMA school? Who was your instructor?
No, I was a CE. I was a CB.
Oh, you were C. Oh, you were okay. A
Combat.
very applicable electrician. I like CBs.
Yep.
Okay, all right, man. Can do. I love it, yo. I love the CBs. But I was a conventional. I started out as a conventional electrician, and I needed that for. In order to become a Navy diver, which I ended up becoming. I became a Navy diver as well, right? And so my specialty was submarines, but seeing it as an electrician as a conventional electrician on surface boats, right? And looking out, big eyes. You've been on ships before?
Yes.
Okay. So on the bridge, you have big eyes, right? And I think on some boats out on the skin of the ship, you have big eyes. Big eyes are those super huge, giant, bolted in place binoculars, right? And and you could use those to look out in the distance, out in the horizon. And so I would look out using those anytime I was like, you know, a ship self-defense force watch. And everybody else had access to these things. Up on the bridge, anytime I was standing CIC board watch, I would use those things. And so as a Navy diver, I wouldn't say I'd really done much as far as looking out in distances. I'm not going to say that I did, but when I became, you know, an intel guy, when I went into intel field, I was doing submarines. I rode subs.
But you were a diver?
And did other things that allowed me to see this world naked. You know what I'm saying? Here's the thing. I didn't think about it. All I thought about was doing work. And it wasn't until it was my protege, right? Somebody that I was supposed to be mentoring that told me about the flat earth. When I finally saw this flat earth, right? I was like, holy shit. And then I recounted my years on a boat, my years on a sub, my years flying.
What year was that?
Which one?
When you said that you started hearing about flat earth.
Oh, it was 2017, 2018. I was hearing about it before that, like 2016 and shit. What it was people getting made fun of being flat earthers. They were like, if you think the earth is flat, and then they'd show somebody jumping off a cliff or some silliness that you would see on YouTube.
Right.
And I was like, that's not real. Nobody thinks the earth is flat. I thought it was just a joke. I didn't know. I didn't really get it until I heard people were talking about it. I think I might have heard Kyrie Irving talking about it. And I was like, wow, this is actually a real thing. I didn't give it much credit, right? I was very much still a glober. Of course, the other thing, not believing the moon landing, 9/11, the synagogue of Satan, all that other shit, right? And then, of course, my protege, shout out to Christian, you know who you are. He introduced me. He showed me what the truth was. And then as I started doing my ops and stuff like that, while I was where I was stationed at the time, which I'm not really going to talk about. But then my prior engagements with where I was in the world, right? Being on submarines, being on the EP3, being on the P3, flying.
How was that being a submariner? Because I've met some people like that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it was awesome."
Are you welding? Why are you diving?
Sorry. Oh, Andrew is 10 sheets to that wind, boy. He's trying to hold it together right now, boy.
What?
No, you said you were stoned.
Oh yeah, I'm high. Yeah.
Oh. So you trying to hold it together. I see it though, but I ain't saying nothing. But it's all good. It's all good. Good questions though still. No, being on a sub, listen, those are some of the best men and then ultimately women. They have women on subs now. So some of the best men and women that I've ever worked with in my life, right? The best, absolute best. And I say this all the time. These guys, whether they know it or not, they're flat earthers. Whether they know it, whether they believe it or not, they are flat earthers, right? But again, back to them, some of the best men and women. I don't want to do that kind of work ever again. It is you don't have ain't no such thing as privacy. Sometimes you share a rack. depending on what it is you do. It ain't for the faint of heart, but definitely the amount that you learn, the way you learn people, and the things that you get to see that you won't see anywhere else, it's through the roof. You know what I'm saying?
What did you see on a submarine? Where do you,
real briefly, underwater sonar is one of my favorite proofs, Vlad.
Yeah. So sonar is one. What do you mean? What I saw on a submarine, as far as?
were you looking through like the periscope or through the radar or for?
So right. So not
looking at
everybody
your-
gets to look. Not everybody gets to look through a periscope, right? You have to kind of. It's a mix between, depending on the class of sub that you're on, you could see it through the periscope itself, where they bring it down, or they have other ways and methods in which the periscope will be up, but you could still see what's downrange. You understand? I've been lucky enough to see through both, right? And it's basically what you have access to based off of what could be on the surface. And I'm not going to get into too much detail, but based off of what was at the surface, in order to confirm and then reconfirm, I was requested, or there would be times where I'd go inside control. I'd go in there, I'd talk with the guys, and then I'd say, hey, can I see? Can I peek? And they'd give me permission. I'd bring it down and I'd look through, and then I'm like, yeah, that's AT&T, right? And so it was at such a distance, even though it was faint, right? That means, that's the crazy thing, is if you get a signal and it's faint, it's really far away, because you got to understand how sensitive the listening equipment is. You know what I'm saying? The stuff in which you can capture radar, right? It has to be, because you don't want to be a sub coming up and then you knock something out of place, kind of like the Greenville did back in like 2001, I forget which. But the Greenville was that U.S. sub that destroyed the Japanese boat coming up, doing that emergency blow.
Yeah, I can't tell
Yeah.
you.
So yeah, man, that's like real to life. It could be very stressful. That way of life, our mission set, it was that. You see this? You see this bad grass going on up here? It's like patchy as fuck. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Much of that was because of those missions, man. Like
the stress.
The stress was, yes, it was through the fucking roof. But still, I loved it. It was some of the best. The amount of learning that I did, the amount of people that I got to lead, the quality. It's the quality of people that you come across. Like, hands down, some of the best people you'll ever meet are submariners. No
Wow.
shit.
Yeah, I've never been on one, but I've seen them. So
Yeah.
I was like talking to some editors, and
Good dude.
if there are some certain military operations that we're not allowed to talk about for obvious reasons, because you have to sign that little form.
NDA.
Yeah, basically. But it's by like the FBI or CIA or some shit like that. And if you would be able to, I'd love to hear, what is your craziest experience in the Navy that you're allowed to talk about? That might be a little tricky. You can decline to answer.
Well, anytime you sign an NDA for, I'm not gonna get into too much detail, because on certain things, but anytime you have to sign an NDA for doing certain things, right? Like, this is real to life. Like, you're gonna get things that you'll think are the most mundane. That's why there's certain aspects of what it is that I've done. I'm like, I'm definitely not going to talk about that, or I'm not sure if I could talk about that or not. And I don't talk about it, right? But you're going to get a lot of NDAs depending on what it is you do, come across your desk or presented before you. You'd have to go in someplace special, and then you have to sign that NDA, and then you have a time limit as to when you'll be able to talk about it. Sometimes it's like, you can never talk about this again. And it's like, okay, it is what it is, man. I won't talk about it then, right? But other than that, like, I'll speak freely about everything else. But to me, that's some of the craziest stuff that I've done. Other than that, the crazy stuff, I ain't talking about that. I'm not. No, hell no. I ain't talking.
How many countries did you go to while you were in the Navy? Roughly.
Jesus. Over
It's
20.
a lot.
Yeah, over 20. While I was over 20.
That's about my answer as well.
Yeah, over 20. like that.
I was in 3 deployments for 6 years.
Yeah, probably more. I'm not even sure, but yeah, over 20.
What was your favorite country you ever went to?
Favorite country? Okay, so I got 2. So
Okay.
I'd say my favorite country, I would say, is Ghana in Africa. Those are hands down the nicest people, the best food. I don't know how y'all feel about this, but you got some thick ass women over there. So I like my sister thick. You know what I'm saying? I like my girl thick. Definitely some thick ass shit over in Ghana.
That's how you decide what's a good country, right there.
Yeah, man. No.
Big booty hoes.
Friendliest women, nicest people.
Just kidding.
Best food, clean food, and the amount of just how rich the land underneath your feet was. Right.
Ghana, Africa.
Right. Yeah. And there's there. But one of the nicer places that I've been to, and I'd say some of the better memories that I've been to. Right, exactly. Lord Racer said I found some curve. That's where I found some curve was in Ghana. A lot of curve, actually. Right. But Africa, I'd say Africa, the continent. My God, like I can't wait to go back. It's Africa. But another nice place is I used to live in Sardinia in Italy. But the best place I'd say is Croatia, and some of the best memories.
Oh, dude,
Croatia.
Yes.
And
I've been there.
Rijeka. Oh, so we said it at the same time. Rijeka, and you probably went to Dubrovnik too.
No, I was just hitting on like every single woman that was around, and
let me tell you,
laid as fast as possible, and it didn't take very long.
Yeah,
everyone out there is a fucking supermodel. It's weird.
So I'm looking at so for the people wanting to know why I'm looking at the phone is because Palkus is on the phone. Somebody timed him out apparently. So there it is. Vlad's being honest again. Looking at your phone, bro. Look at your phone. I don't know what you're trying to prove, but that's
I didn't time out anybody. I don't know if any of our mods timed out anybody. I've just been listening. So
probably on my channel it happens.
I have too many mods. Oh, that is. Am I looking at both channels? Chat or.
I think they're all converged into one giant stream here because I've never done this before. Because we've got at least 2 of Vlad's streams coming through here and 3 of ours, so we're simulcasting on 5 channels right now. But I don't know if all the chats come through are the one chat that we can see. I'm just still learning this because this is like the most simulcasting we've ever done ever.
Yeah, what's up?
Like 4? Right now, I've got 5 channels that are basically it's going out on.
By the way, real quick, I kept wanting to make a joke going, "Hey, Lowry, so what's your favorite country to tour in? And which city has the nicest hostels with the nicest ladies?" Like, I wanted to take it to the music.
What kind of question is that?
We got 2 military and 2 touring musician guys. All right, keep going, Lowry. I just wanted to make that joke.
Well, it's actually the last time I toured over there, Nico was over there with me, so like I didn't get to enjoy the riches of but there's the genetic pool in Northern Europe is very good. It's very good, and there's very beautiful women up there, and I'm glad that I was able to at least lay eyes on them.
Me so horny.
Yeah.
I'm short, so right, I'm only 5'8", so them women are like pushing 5'10", like 6 on average. Like
they're Viking women. The Viking women.
Right? And so I'm like, yo, and back in the day, this was last time I went was 2001, right? Before 9/11 happened. And so you had the phone booths. People still had phone booths, right? But you didn't put quarters or nothing like that in there. You had these calling cards, right? That you slide the calling card in there, you make the call. So the phone booths, even the phone booths, I was like, God dog, man, I need a couple of these New York damn telephone books just so I can make a damn telephone call, right? And so the thing is these girls, man, they were, man, listen. So I had let's just say I had a good time because I understand this is to some degree a family show still. So I don't want to dirty it up by saying some craziness. But yeah, man, Croatia, number 1. Yes. Right.
Hey, I want to solve something real fast because I've been dealing with Carrie Skates in the chat for years. And I'll say it right here. I'm going to say it right now. You don't say shit like that in the chat, dude. It's just not a really good look. I don't know how you got a wrench or whatever. But let me tell you something about this. I'm gonna end this right now because I have to answer this to you every single fucking time you go in here. The only time I've ever voted in my whole life was in 2020. I didn't like any of the candidates. but I voted for the candidate that everybody hated, that I hated. I hated everybody that hated him. Turns out they're all the same, birds of the same feather. We've learned this over the last 5 years. You still like to bring this up, and I've told you this live. I'm like, I voted for him because the people that I hated him. Well, it turns out they're probably all on the same side. So I don't know how funny you think you are in the chats, but you're actually making yourself look like a doofus. And I've never met you in real life anyway. I don't even know what you look like. So you want to come into the chats and be a cunt, I will crush you until I meet you face to face. So there you go. Do we have, are we finished with this, Carrie Skates? Are we finished with this little chat bullshit
Maybe
that you're doing?
Just bring him or her or whatever they are.
Bring them on. Bring them on.
No one at Sombrero.
Bring them on.
Vlad.
Hey, hold on. None of us buy into the left-right paradigm.
We don't.
Yeah, I ignore it altogether. I'm done.
It was a rebel vote, Carrie Skates.
Right now are completely on board with, like, I don't give a fuck. Left, right, middle, turquoise.
The lesser of two evils is still evil.
They're all evil, right? Yeah.
Go back and watch the beginning of the show. It's all about Trump hate, and I'm definitely not a left wing guy. But either way, I didn't know you guys had a thing. I'm glad you can drop the C word right when DJ jumped in too. Damn it! We were doing DJ's good. Here? You dropped the C word.
So Vlad,
hey DJ, how you doing, buddy?
Where's DJ? I don't see him.
I think I just saw him.
No, he's not here. I don't. Well, unless he did drop in. I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
Vlad, if there was any guidance or basically guidance or information for anyone that is looking to pursue a military career in the Navy or anything else, Army, Marines, whatever, would you give them good advice, or would you persuade them to not try to actually join? Right now.
I wouldn't persuade anybody to not join, right? Because everybody has their different reasons, right? And to them, it may be a good one. I will definitely inform them as far as what my experience was. But I would also let them know that it was an evolving Navy, right? It changed because I went before 9/11 happened. I joined in 99. And so it evolved. It evolved overnight, it seems like.
Oh, right? You joined the year before me. Oh.
Yeah. So when I was in 9/11 already happened. And then I saw it just turn into something that I really don't like. I really don't like. I ended up, I'm not gonna lie to you, I ended up hating the Navy for some time after I left. After I was retired, I pretty much did not like the Navy. But the thing is I had to come to grips with it, right? And I did, like, within 15 minutes. And then what I realized was I had more good times than I did bad, and that the Navy consists of people. People are what makes the Navy run, right? The Navy isn't just a thing that makes people. No, people make the Navy run. And it's the policy that forms what the Navy is ultimately. But still, the good people outweigh the shitty people policies, I feel. And
I think we have a freeze up here.
You still here?
There we go. Now you're back. You're back.
All right. So I don't know how y'all feel about me talking about the cocoa, you know.
Yeah. No, you could just keep using that parlance and we'll get it.
Right. The cocoa, that was like it for me. I saw that. I said, I can't, right? Everybody at that point knew who the disguise was. The mask was down. I'm now the fucking crazy chief flat earther that doesn't think that you should get the Cocoa Krispies, right? And I was like, I was treated a certain way because of those thoughts. Because, and I was like, fuck it, dude. The Navy has no place for me no more. My chain of command basically seconded that. And I got NJP'd prior to getting out.
No shit.
So, yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. As a chief,
wow,
NJP, bro.
That's super rare.
Yeah, man. But hey, man. But you want to know something? I was like, hey, man. The Navy got the best of me. I gave them everything. I lost my family while I was in the Navy. You know what I'm saying? They got everything out of me. And so I'm like, hey, you know what, man? They got everything out of me. I got a little something out of them. It's time for us to part ways. It is what it is, right? And what can you say? I left with more good memories than bad memories. But my thing is, I'm free, and the truth is I'm gonna tell it. I'm gonna tell it like I've never been able to tell it while I was in the fucking service. So now I use my platform and I use my opportunities given to tell the truth, man, and tell it like it is. And a lot of people say I have stolen valor. I was like, none of this is stolen valor. Like I failed a lot, right? Like all they see are results of what I've done, and it looks flashy, it looks good, but there was a lot of failure in between that, and there was a lot of me fucking up in between those times. There was a lot of me getting in trouble. You know, nobody sees that part, probably because I don't speak about it, because that's not the end. I'm not failure, right? I'm not all that. I'm a result of those things, the bad and the good.
Amen. It made you who you are.
Exactly.
Amen.
And we still develop, we still grow. Everybody. And so it's not a show off thing. I use my naval experience to say, hey, I've done some things and I've gotten to see the world a certain way. And so this is my testimony. And for anybody that has those naval experiences, like, come out and say it. Come out and call like you see it. Because people are like, well, Vlad saw this. How do we know it's true? No, well,
the subject matter experts are absolutely my favorite. He's frozen for a minute, but like where he's going with this is the subject matter experts they've always been my favorite witnesses. This is people that are actually have real work experience with either designing bridges, targeting experts on ships, aviators, people that rely on a gyroscope to do its deed and not crash you into the ground. Everyone that has that experience has always been my favorite witnesses. And this is a call out to Mark Sargent is excellent on this. He's got a whole series of subject matter experts. The guy that does work in a submarine, which you could relate to, Vlad, which is like they have a whole workshop in a submarine so they can build parts in case the submarine starts to go shitty. They don't have that on a space station, which is allegedly a reverse situation as a submarine, right? It's just like these little things that nobody looks at. It's the subject matter experts. It's the engineers that are really going to really pull this thing through. The engineers, the aviators, the targeting solution guys, everybody else, they're the ones that are actually, once they come out of their shell, and there's been a lot of them that have, the ones that come out of their shell are going to be the ones that are going to break this wide open. And I think a lot of them are in the closet. They don't want to talk about it. They're like, fuck that. I got my pension. I'm not going to do that. But like, there have been people.
There's a reason why those guys on the space shuttles and airplanes and everything else are treated so well, right? They make them fat. They give them all this money. They give them all this praise. Basically, that's another incentive to shut the fuck, to keep your mouth shut. Plus everything else, the forms and everything else, right? Shut up.
If you're gonna lose your fancy pants, you're not gonna come out and talk about it.
Stuff. You'll lose all of this praise. And so they look at that, and I mean, that's part of being of this world. And I say it every time. When you're of this world, you're attached physically to this world, the truth will elude you every fucking time. The truth, no matter how you see it, you're like, I'm not going to say it because I lose all this awesome. You see this nice, I know it's a freaking Mercator map. I get it, but it's nice. It's got the nice wooden framing. It's old. All this nice stuff, this nice little mug of mine, I'll lose it. We're so attached to everything physical, and they make you think that the physical is the end all be all. So they get us there, and these guys don't want to tell, man, because they don't want to lose these things that they're so physically attached to. But my thing is, you're going to lose it anyway. It's going to be gone anyway. You're not going to have this forever.
They say your possessions start to own you. And man, I learned that. We had a house fire where we literally made it out in our underwear, almost lost my family, had to drop my 7-month-old, like from this really tall second floor. And ever since then, without even my keepsakes and my tour memorabilia and my skateboard collection, record collection, I am so much more free now. But real quick, the reason why I chimed in, I don't know if you catch what's going on, Vlad, but once in a while you freeze up and one of us will take off to fill that void. Did you know that was happening?
Yeah. Where I'm at, it's storming like a motherfucker.
Okay, just letting you know if it seems like we just interrupted. Sometimes you freeze, so we'll just run with what you
That's
were talking
okay.
about.
Keep
Okay,
keep doing what you do. I apologize for that. You know,
no worries. I just wanted to make sure you knew that was happening twice now.
Andrew, you're muted.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry.
Rookie mistake. Hate to see it.
Yeah, well, I'm double. I was double.
It could be a Cheech mistake.
This is my cruise book from my deployment, and this is my buddy I was really, really good friends with.
Dwayne Williams.
And yeah, Petty Officer Williams.
Oh, damn.
And he fell off the ship.
Oh God. They found him? They ever find him?
Nope.
I don't think you find anybody if you fall off a ship and it's moving at a certain speed.
We threw out all kinds of stuff out into the ocean. We had a search and rescue vehicle, boat down, and couldn't find him. Search and rescue helicopters. We were 300 miles off the coastline of the East Coast, so that's when the Coast Guard was actually able to help, and they flew out like multiple helicopters and whatnot. Nope,
right.
Never found him.
Sorry, man. That's tough.
I watched him drown. I saw him when he head below the water. Never came back up.
Oh my God! Was the ship steaming at the same time?
It was. Well, you can feel it when it changes the speed, but
oh wow,
yeah, they slowed down, and there's a way they have to tilt the tail of the ship.
Right. So he doesn't get caught up in the
But never.
Yeah. Those props are especially if you're on a carrier.
It's a type of carrier. It's a helocraft carrier.
Oh! Were you down there in not Mayport, but down there in Virginia Beach?
Close to it, yeah.
Okay.
Norfolk.
Okay. God, dog, man.
But,
yeah. You were with a Helo squadron, and yeah, man. Like those props when you fall off of a ship. Murder, she wrote. That's it, man. Like it's damn,
yeah, there's these things called bomb jettison ramps off the side of a ship.
Right.
That if an aircraft lands and all of a sudden it's like overheating, then you have to have the bomb crew come by and actually just dump it off and jettison into the water. And that ship has to fucking turn as fast as it possibly can.
Yes.
So that's not what happened to him. Yeah. He actually just fell off the bomb jettison ramp. Out of all the, it was a Steel Beach picnic.
Oh my God!
Yeah, during that throwing football,
it turns into a man overboard, not a drill. God, man, damn.
How about Steel Beach picnic is when the captain allows everyone to basically have like 2 beers on the flight deck, and also they cook a whole bunch of barbecue and stuff like that for everyone, and then from there they just open it up for like non-flight conditions.
See, oh man, you guys had the alcohol. Y'all must have been more than like 180 days out to sea.
Well, the rule is 45 days, but they don't always allow that though.
Oh, that's fucked up. No, I think it's 90 days. But 45 days, yo, lucky ass, man. Yeah, we didn't
That's what I was told.
Yeah, see, it's up to the skipper's discretion. 45 days of being dry. I guess that's the rule change, but for us it was like 90 days. Other ships it's like 180 days. And they were like, yeah, if you're 90 days out here, blah blah blah, this and that, then we'll give you 2 rations of beer.
Oh yeah, and people sell those for like $100 a piece too. Oh, I don't drink.
I'm on watch.
No, I'm not kidding when I say that. But it is 7 minutes until break. But I want to keep.
There's no second break. Just go as long as you want.
Okay.
I'm not gonna police you guys. Go as long as you feel like going.
Yeah, man.
I've got another 9 hours in me. I don't know. Let's see how. I'm good to go. Another
Y'all
minute.
already know.
Well, here's the thing. Like, I think it's really would be a really good conversation. Moving, I think we should do a third hour, and I think if you can, Vlad,
Yeah.
I think you should bring us up to speed and at least take the temperature of what you thought of where the community quote unquote is, and like what are your feelings on it, and how the fuck do we get along better? And that's really kind of like it's a concern for me, because it's like at the end of the day, like I play music. Like this is like a thing of I feel like it's an obligation for me to talk about this subject because I understand it.
Well, Alex, that's
Yeah.
actually the same question.
Let
I was
the
gonna ask.
little things go. Little things, let it go. Something, especially, you know, it's obvious
Yeah.
what I'm talking about now, but little things like that happened 5 years ago. Man, if
Yeah.
we hold stuff, you know, people over stuff like that, like we'll never get anywhere with the little tidbits like that. Like we're allowed to have our differences.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you want to know something? My thing is just you gotta stand on the truth at all times. Like, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect in my words. I'm not perfect. I'm not claiming to ever be perfect. I am not the purveyor of truth, but I'm always delivering the truth. That's it. Like I give it like I see it, and then I move on to the next thing. Right. I do my best to not necessarily hold grudges, but I don't forget. Right. I definitely don't forget. And my thing is if you're operating with folks that are lying, like you need to tread lightly and you need to be careful. Um, like I'm a be real with y'all, man. Like there were probably some people that probably didn't want me doing this interview with y'all strictly because they feel that y'all, and I'm talking about the tinfoil sombrero. I'm just keeping it a buck, you know what I'm saying? Because many people feel that you guys are in camp with, you know, the Judases and the Witzits and the Daves and all them, and they don't trust them. You understand what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense, man. They do not trust them. And to me, to a very high degree, I don't trust them motherfuckers neither, man. Like I don't know what else to tell you. And I wish we could get along. Like everybody wants to get along, but these days, man, the truth is so fucking important that you say it and you speak it and you live it at all times, that when you run the risk of compromising everything that you've built and everything you've done based off of the company that you keep. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a slight at you. It's not a slight at anybody in this community, right? We're this is why everybody needs to have a fucking channel. That's why everybody needs to have a fucking channel, because you gotta call it like you see it, and you gotta say it like it is. That's it. And it's not me talking bad to y'all or about y'all or behind your back or nothing like that. I'm telling you the truth. I could be a total asshole and be like, I ain't even gonna fuck with y'all because I want. No, to me, access don't mean shit. To me, the truth means everything. And I want us all to be on that page so motherfuckers know we mean business. Doesn't matter how you fucking say it. And as long as you say the goddamn truth, people are gonna fucking understand what the fuck it is you saying or what you're trying to say. And then we move forward from there, and then that's it. I hope that makes sense.
Yeah, can I touch on that real quick?
Sure.
I talked to a guy that I've known online, not personally, for a long time. We had a great phone conversation, and I'm cool with that. But lumping all those people together could be faulty also. Like lumping me in with all them's faulty. I'm not going to say who, but you named someone that I don't trust anymore. And there's definitely a guy that I not only don't trust, I know he's a liar now. But wouldn't you rather me be honest about who I'm friends with than act like I'm not? Like, you know, like there's friends that I've had that have done things for me that never asked for credit, never told anybody he did it for me. And it really happened in a time in my life I really needed it. And he's never done and I don't agree with everything he believes, but I'm not going to turn tail and run away from that relationship just because some people in chat don't agree with something they think he's doing or his motivation. So I just want you to know that I understand that as long as you respect me for
Totally.
being a friend to who I'm friends with, you know?
I respect it, and my thing is I don't ever say I don't think you should be friends with them and this and that. I'm like, hey, it's up to you what you want to do, right?
Right.
And because at the same time I don't understand the ties or the relationships. I'm not in there. I'm not in those rooms. Like I get that part, but while I get that part, I understand what's in front of me. All I do my best to wear the referee suit. This is why refs wear black and white. You know what I'm saying?
No, oh, is it really?
Or it's yes, there is.
No, that's oh wow, wow.
Oh shit!
You're not going to see a referee wearing the color gray. You're not.
Oh wow.
They're either black or it's white, and that's it. There is no.
I thought that was like to like point them out.
And of course,
Well,
you're to
so-
spot out, but it's like it's almost a whole justice is blind thing, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't see it. All you have is the evidence in front of you, right?
Well,
so that's why I'm
sorry.
saying the tread. This is why I'm saying we need to. This is why it's just better to just be of the truth.
Sure.
You understand what I'm saying? Like you can't lose. This is why I say you can't lose. You just can't lose. You know,
you
what
can't
I'm saying?
lose. And let me. And I want to speak to this guy.
Hold on.
I think I
well,
can.
let me finish real quick.
Yeah,
I
go
just
ahead,
wanted
go
to
ahead.
say I hope that you noticed that, like, this is me saying I am friends with Dave Weiss, and it has more to do with a barbecue and a couch. I heard that on someone's. I've never, but either way, there's a reason why I came back from break going, oh, that played on your channel. My bad. I respect your right to not trust them, or your people's rights not to trust them. If I didn't care, I wouldn't have said, hey man, I should have, ran my, the commercials by you. So I'm able to see it both ways. You know what I mean?
I understand, and I appreciate that. But I'm just giving you my truth. That's it. That's
I
all
understand.
I'm doing.
Indeed.
And where these guys are coming from. Go ahead, Lowry. My bad, man. I don't.
Yeah, and I'm going to make this really clear, and I do not want to have to ever address this again. If you're in the chat and you got wrenches and you got everything else and you whatever, and you've been in the chat for a long time, you can say a bunch of shit, but until I meet you or I see your face and you show yourself, you mean nothing to me. You can say whatever the fuck you want in chat, and you can talk about my friends or talk about everything else. But if I haven't seen your face, I haven't met you, you're a ghost. And you keep that to yourself and grow some balls. Don't be a coward and show your face, and then you'll gain some respect from the rest of us.
Oh, is there a bunch of bullshit going on in the chat?
It's always bullshit. There's
No,
bullshit
it's
everywhere.
it's actually it's not too bad, but
It's not bad tonight, but I'm just saying, until I see you, your face, until you present yourself to me, you're a ghost. You're nothing to me.
So by those merits, did I become worse after we first met?
Actually, the chat tonight's tame.
Yeah,
I've seen it really shitty.
Okay. Vlad, I've never had an issue with anything you said, so I hope you don't think that was directed at you. But I do.
No. I listen, man. I don't take it personal when we're dealing with each other like shit like this. I'm not taking personal, man, because my thing is I do my best to focus on the truth, and those that try to stop it and block it. I really want to highlight those things, and those that push the truth, I'm doing my best to just highlight them as well, right? Like, and for those of y'all that know how to fucking tell it like it is, and you're just a little bit shy, well, unshy your fucking selves and make your goddamn channel. If you don't like how it is, here's the thing: if you don't like how it is, he says it, or he says it, or he says it, or I say it, that's fine. That's okay. This is why you have a chance to grow, open up your own channel, and do your own thing, right? If we see another Flat Earth channel, we will go to your shit and we will push you. We will push you. We will want to see you grow, right? Like, you're going to hear people like me and folks out there that are going to push for you to get your channels. That's a hint. You know what that means? It means make your channel. Make your channel. You don't need, listen, like I said, the truth is going to outlive us, but the truth needs to be pushed. It needs to be propagated. You're out there. You need to make that happen as well. It doesn't stop with us. I think this is the problem that we had a few years back, in that you had a few channels that felt they were the lords of the flat earth, the kings of the flat earth. And my thing is, nobody's the king of the flat earth. It's people that push the truth. Either you're pushing the truth or you're not pushing the truth. So be out there and push the fucking truth, man. Whether you do it here or you do it on goddamn Rumble, fucking push the truth, man. I want to be able to go to your channel. And it's not that I'm anything special. It's because I want to do what I can to support what you have going on. And I know these guys want to too. So if you want to be part of the peanut gallery, that's all you, man. You have an opportunity, make your channel because we'll support it.
My next
and by the way, I also reserve the right to be wrong about some of the people that I'm friends with, because I've been wrong too.
Here.
Yeah, you're not perfect all the time, and neither are they.
That's
but
true.
For Vlad, my next question for actually you and everyone else. Have you seen the Jaren and Witsit debate that Witsit premiered tonight?
No, I'm not. You know what? I'm not going to say fuck you to both of them, but I don't fuck with them no more. They've made, you see where we are as a community right now. That's them. That's
what divide and conquer was for, in my opinion.
Yes, and that's something that I was calling prior to them going out. I said they're trying to divide us. They're out here trying to divide us. Like I don't know how y'all feel about it, but they're trying to divide us. So I'd go on Judas's channel and I would beg for him to go and talk to Banjo, to go and talk to Level Earth Observer, Leo, right, out in England, to go talk to other channels, right? Get some advice. Talk with these guys that might be seeing an error in what it is you're doing and get a different perspective. Every fucking time, even Run Boston Bear went ahead and he put $10 in the chat to express my sentiments to him going to Antarctica without, or saying that he's going to Antarctica without properly expressing what he was doing to those guys, right? To the people that didn't trust him. Like, talk with them. The flat earth assholes and stuff like that. He chose not to. They decided to go and do whatever it is they did. I don't know what they did. And so when I saw that and I saw he didn't want to hold that conversation with those guys, I said something is up. These guys are trying to divide it, right? And because of that, and Z was calling him out. People feel a certain way about Z. It is what it is, right? Z is an acquired taste, right? Zetetic, I think it's Zetetic Warrior, right? Z, the big
I got a story about him too. It's kind of creepy,
so I have no problems with Z. I have no problems with Nachiketa. But Z was calling him out. And so I saw that, and I saw I wasn't the only one that felt how I felt about those guys. But even still, they were there. They did what they did, and it's like the proof is in the pudding. We don't have those tickets that we've been asking for. We don't have the information that we've been asking for. All we want is the tickets. Listen, has anybody here traveled recently? If so, and I'm talking about within the last 2 months, has anybody traveled on an airplane recently?
2023 to Las Vegas for the flat.
He said past couple months. Oh, by the way, you don't have to take your shoes off anymore.
That's the most recent.
Okay, 2023, that's fine. Recently, Vegas, went to Vegas and did all kinds of stuff. Went to Vegas, went to, that's where I met Mikey Smith, right? Harmon and all them. So we know those guys. So I wanted to see these guys real time in the flesh. I really wanted to meet them, right? So I met them. Mark Sargent and them. I was in Washington. Larry went ahead and hooked it up. I got to meet him live. To me, it's like a big deal, right? To get around these guys, to get around these folks and like hear it from them. So I got to meet them. Guess what I have? I have tickets. I got a fucking online itinerary. These things exist. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're going to fucking Antarctica or Uncle Arctica, it doesn't fucking matter.
That's such a good point.
Right. And so these motherfuckers, guess what they haven't done after 180, 200 plus days? They haven't given us no tickets, man.
Hey, can I ask a dumb question? Like, I've been dying to ask this, and I'm just going to put myself out there in case someone's going to say something and be like, duh, Rico. But how do we know they didn't just go to Alaska or the North Pole? Like, because, I mean, how would they know?
Compasses, passports.
I mean, did they have those? Did they videotape that? Like,
well, that's like, we can do another 5 hours on that, but we should probably have.
Now, Saab went ahead and he struck such a nerve that fucking Judas went ahead, cussed him up and down. You know what I'm saying? Called him everything but a child of God. Saab called his ass out, exposed it, right? And then when he saw that this motherfucker was losing his mind over something as small as just asking those guys, the ALEs and everything else, all those questions that he did. He was like, "Oh, so you protesting right now? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make a show about it." So it's like, whether they did go or they didn't go, the shit just doesn't sit right now. When we ask for the tickets, say they did go, right? Or say they did go, and then the timing was different because you lied about when you said you went. Now that throws the whole fucking experiment away. It throws it all away. If you get caught in one lie, none of it counts. So my thing is,
well, hold on a second. You're saying they lied about when they left?
Well,
I believe they went somewhere.
They could have gone somewhere, is what I'm saying. So I'm saying, even if they did go there, say you lied about the timing as to when you went, is what I'm saying. Well, if you lied about that, what else did you lie about? You understand what I'm saying? So basically, your whole argument as the world is a ball, or I saw a 24-hour sun, all that shit goes to the wayside because you lied about the first thing, about when you went.
Yeah,
So
that's a good point.
It's like because they want to call it an experiment. Fine, let's entertain that. Like any experiment, if you fudge up one part of that experiment, you got to get rid of the whole thing. None of it fucking counts. You understand? So,
and that's a keepsake you hang on to. A ticket like that is the kind of keepsake that you frame with a photo. Like that's something you would have.
There are people online that have fucking pictures of them with their name and their fucking ticket to goddamn. Here's my ticket to damn, Antarctica. It says Union Glacier. It says whatever, so on and so forth. Where they're going to land in Antarctica, right? A stamped ticket. Now, whether they do physical stamp tickets of that, the way those guys had them, that's one thing. ALE has its logo on its ticket as well. Look like a little penguin, all swooshed in, just fared into the freaking ticket thing. Now, if you don't have a physical ticket, guess what? You have an online ticket. You have an online itinerary. And I know I sound crazy because I've been asking about this thing as much as I have, but it's the easiest information. Do you
or a passport stamp? Like wouldn't you have a passport stamp?
Their argument is we gave a passport, or they don't have to give you a passport. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. Then give us an online itinerary, because you as a human being need to be accounted for. Right. You as a human being need to be accounted for. And you as a human being will get some kind of confirmation online stating that, hey, you are now part of the manifest that's going to be on this airplane going to A, B, and C. So if you went to those places, you'll show us your legs for that airplane ride, right? You'll show us these legs and you'll be like, here it is, guys. And then you want to know something? Now we can look into the other evidence. But everything else that you present is trash because you can't give it. It doesn't fucking matter. You understand? Doesn't matter what the sun looks like. Doesn't matter what the snow looks like. You can't deliver the first part. That means everything else is trash. We're not looking at everything else. Give us the fucking tickets. It's garbage. Goodbye.
I like that point, because what I was hanging on to, you know what? I don't want to go into it. I wasn't hanging on to Jaren, I'll tell you that.
I got you, man.
And what I'm hanging on to with Witsit isn't a whole lot, but it's better than Jaren. But then again, I'm also taking this. Hold on just a second. I'm also coming from a place of what I wouldn't do, like what it would take for me to sell out. There's no dollar amount. There's no financial gain I would sell out for. If I thought my kids were in danger, but then again, even then, I wouldn't continue to put out
$10 trillion.
Nope. There's no amount. Dude, no. I'm a guy that I got 2 cars and I'd rather ride my bicycle. I can't be bought with money.
All right.
Well, actually, you know that for a deeper reason, the music industry.
Yes, I do.
But money comes, the money goes. They could take that shit away.
You put a gun to my kid's head, but even then, it would just I would go away. I wouldn't continue. I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't put out content. I would just go away. I don't know, man. I don't know. It tears me up. Justin in the chat, we had a phone conversation. He knows how I feel.
Honesty and humility are a very, very big thing to people's world paradigm, and how they treat their friends, their family, their children, and things like that. And if there was a value for some people, I think they would take it. And I think a lot of people have taken it. I'm not going to start to specify who or why.
Yeah.
But I think that's happened recently.
Yeah. But you know, again, it comes back to how deeply entrenched we are in the truth. And it makes it more exciting to go ahead and push the truth. Because here's the thing. Like, we can't stop fucking everybody from telling the truth and the way it is. That's why everybody makes their fucking channel. And everybody push the truth, not just here on YouTube, but then you got the Rumbles, you got the TikToks, you got the, you know, the fan bases and everything else. Like, don't wait on us. Don't wait on us to spit it. Sure, if you like how we deliver what it is that you like, that's cool. But you could do that and then some. You just got to give yourself that chance to do it. But definitely do it. Don't sit around waiting on us, man, because people need to hear your message.
Yep.
They need to fucking hear the message, and now's the best time to fucking do it. There's never a good time. There's never a bad time. Now, just do it now.
Yep. Hey, one of my favorite shows is around our size. Like, don't do it for you know, validation or clicks, or definitely don't do it for money, because I'm in the hole. Other than those $1,000 checks I cash from Dave Weiss every day, but other than I'm kidding. But like, definitely do it for the right reasons, but don't worry about the numbers. Like, the truth is addictive, man. Like, if you're out there doing your best, you know, don't do it for other channels approvals. Just do what's on your heart, man.
Yep.
If we can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not talking for the other guys, but if I can do it, anyone can do it.
There's a reason why these motherfuckers will come out. Like, you got how do you have a big globe channel come to a little baby channel? My shit is a chicken McNugget. You know what I'm saying? And all the flat earth channels you could go to, you're gonna come to my channel and offer me $2,000 to debate. For what?
Well, you are pretty good at it, though. You're well spoken. I can see it.
What does that do? What does it? This is why I've been saying for almost a year now, probably a year solid, the debates are useless. The debates are useless. Like, there is no debate.
No, I mean, on their end, why would they do it? Okay, you meant why would you do it? I got you.
Like, right. Like, what do we? There is no. We have all. We've got preponderant evidence to demonstrate that this place isn't doing what they said that it's been doing for years now.
I can't watch debates.
It's like, no, we send you a video. Like, there you go. Look at freaking Eric Dubé's 200 proofs. There you go. Mazel tov, you know, special delivery and shit. So enjoy yourself. So people don't like that. So they're coming to our channels, right? It's not just stopping with me. They figure they bomb our channel, they troll bomb our channel and everything else. They're just making themselves look so much worse. Offering money. Now you're going to offer money for what? It's not going to turn this place into a ball. It doesn't matter. They could whoop my ass. And here's the thing. I said, okay, you want to debate me? Everybody that's in chat right now, give everybody $1,000 for debating me. Motherfuckers, shut the fuck up real quick. I was like, I want you to give everybody in the chat right now $1,000 for debate. But they're so fucking desperate. That's what it is.
It brings out the worst in people too. I don't know anything about the guy personally, but what's the guy, the UK guy that's just super rude and come on, he's a big channel. You guys know who he is. Either way, I don't like whenever people get I don't know. I think I'm more of an optimistic guy. I like people that keep above board, you know, no name calling and all that. Like I think it brings out the worst in people. Even the ones that have a monitor can just get awful. And you're right. How many times do we have to prove it? It's all out there.
You know what it is? They're trying to have us chase our own tail. And because we're starving them out, they've just looked so weak. And you know, they're trying to make pieces. Yeah, they're trying to look, they're trying to look, you know, a certain way by making hit pieces and stuff. I'm like, yo, good, make the hit pieces on what it is we're saying, because the truth will do the rest. We could say it. And you know what? My English may not be the best. Your English may not be the best. That's fine. It's not the words, right? It's once you deliver it, once that information is out there, people that want the truth, they'll be able, if you want the truth that bad, you'll be able to extract water from a fucking rock. As long as you detect the truth in it, you're like, I found the truth in there. There is truth in that. I need to investigate further. They don't want any of it. So once they take what it is they say, they slice it, dice it, mince it, however which way, that's what they're looking to achieve, but it doesn't matter. This is why they want to come out and they want to debate us. And I think I don't think it needs to fall on just me alone. I think it needs to be everybody else's responsible that's of the truth. You understand what you're up against, and then you call these bitches out they at, right? And then it's like, hey, there is no debate. We have the evidence. Watch this right here. And you know, there's really nothing they can do, but lie some more, because liars are always going to lie. They're not going to stop, and you're not going to be able to change a liar, right? That's a them problem. They're going to have to fix themselves. You're not going to be able to change them. So fighting and arguing with them till you're blue in the face it's useless. You let them be who they are. But the most important thing is to continue to push the truth, because it'll basically wash the poison away.
That's very, very well said.
Yeah, that was well said. Yeah, that was good. Yeah,
and I have a question
everyone's got that personal. Sorry, Andrew, real quick. Everyone's got that personal friend too that you just can't get them to see anything. So at some point, it becomes like a energy vampire. Not the person necessarily, but in continuing to try whenever they build their wall and they're not going to be there. What's up, Run Boston Bear? Go ahead, Andrew.
I have two questions for you, and the first one is, why is Ironwork92000? And then after that, a follow-up question is, using that same type of a guideline and structure when talking to people about different types of, subjects like this, how successful have you been?
Well, as far as my name is concerned, it started out because I love lifting weights, or I used to love lifting weights, right? I was a million times bigger, and I like ironwork, right? It was like the ironworks, the foundry where iron's produced and makes a whole bunch of things that are made of iron and shit. So I made the name Ironwork, and originally it was just my email account, and so I didn't change it. And then I think it's definitely appropriate with the content in which we deliver these days, right? Flat Earth, the Earth being this base, right? And ironwork, I feel iron, Fe, is definitely something, right? And there are a million ways in which we can slice it and dice it, then deliver it to the folks. And so I was like, wow, why would I change the name of this thing? The 92,000, of course, 9 is not even like, it is my lucky number. It's like, I think it's, the Hebrew numerological consistency of my full name. 9 is my number. And 9 has always been there when, things get a little bit weird and get crazy. I see 9s a lot. And so I was like, that's definitely something that needs to be in there. Okay. So either way, that's how, and that's why the name. But I definitely feel now, the way things are these days, like ironwork, the foundry, like everything just falls into place. You know what I'm saying? And so to me, I feel that's how I know I'm headed in the right direction, that I'm talking about the right stuff, especially since my name is all part of that.
That's the way I took it when I heard it. Yeah. Hey, real quick, we don't have to do this right here since this is about Vlad, but Andrew, your own channel with my channel. Do you know why Tinfoil Sombrero? Do you know why we're called that? Because my handle was Rico's Tinfoil Sombrero for years.
Because your name is Richard?
No.
And fucking tell me, man.
I'll give you the short version.
Oh, you're fucking with me now.
No. My handle's been Rico's Tinfoil Sombrero for probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years before I ever did a show. No, I was listening. I was a big fan of Tinfoil Hat, and one of Sam Tripoli's co-hosts' name is XG, and he is technically an illegal alien. And I'm like, a friend of mine went on his channel to be interviewed about homesteading, and I was like, what? He's always like insulting him because he's an illegal alien, from Mexico, XG. I was like, well, why doesn't he call him Tinfoil Sombrero? And I thought it was a good nickname for him. And when he didn't take it, since I'm a white dude with the nickname Rico, I just took it. So it was for XG from Tinfoil Hat. And there you go. That's the origin. Not as good as Vlad's, but
Oh wow,
it was for XG from Big Tinfoil Hat.
All right,
Good
And
enough.
I can't think who was the guest on the show. Lowry, if you can hear me, it's the guy that makes the what's that? The sweet liquor. Shit.
Well, how long are we gonna go for? Vlad, I think we're running long tonight. So
well, shit, man. Whatever it is.
Okay,
man.
well, go ahead. I'm done.
Well, whatever it is, man. Like party at Ironwork92000. What time we got right now?
I've got
right
another
now it's
question.
9:23, 9:45. If y'all decide y'all want to shut down shop over here, it's cool, man. 9:45. If y'all do it now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hold the thing.
So this is kind of a low-hanging fruit kind of question. I know it's, but what do you guys think about the Epstein and Diddy trials? And I know it can go very long-winded, but it can also be very short.
Yeah, man.
In response,
you know what, man? A lot of people are saying that it's a smoke screen for other things, which I agree to a degree. But at the same time, I'm not even going to call it a travesty of justice. This is how you know the fucking rules never work in our favor. That's just how you know. These guys are so disingenuous. They're so full of shit. They'll never bust their own. People are blaming Pam Bondi for this. I'm like, listen, man, Pam Bondi is she is of the goddamn world. She is of the government.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. She is in the stew, in the gumbo. She's got that flavor, that stink on her. So if she tries to say something outside of their agenda, they're going to kill her. They're going to kill her family, her kids, her barber, the people that paint her toenails, all that shit, right? So she's not going to go outside that. So the best they could do is fire her. And no, they have a fucking agenda. They do all that stuff to children. They've been doing this shit for years. We're now here at this point and we get to see it real time live, right? And
that's how they got their power.
Right. And people are not, and that's it's when you start lying and you allow yourself to be compromised. This is where, and they use so many different ways to shame you. Like you don't want any of that smoke because you're so attached to this physical world. You understand what I'm saying? So lies and everything are easy to come by and they're easy to kind of roll with. Like all of us were there. We were all there at one point. I guess this flat earth has kind of awakened us and gotten us to see that there is another way. And that way is it stinks and it hurts. It's like holy fire, but it's the truth. These guys ain't of that shit. So they've gotten in, they're in so deep that they went ahead and lied. They thought they were going to come out and tell it. They went ahead and lied and said, yeah, we're going to release it. Oh yeah, now there is no file. They lied so bad. You know what I'm saying? It's like the people want out. They don't know whether they want out. They don't know whether they want to stay in. They're caught in a whirlwind of bullshit to where it's like nobody's going to trust you. Now nobody.
But it was on your desk though, dude. Yeah. Vlad, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So now now it's so bad. They've made now even the people, there's most staunch people that believed in them and believed their words. Now all the American people don't believe them. And you want to know something? Good. Because that's just another fucking feather in the hat of your traditional flat earther and the person that's going to come and become a flat earther just later on. That is more fucking bullets in their clip saying, hey, you want to know what got me here? The moon landing, 9/11, the synagogue of Satan, the lies, everything else. And then it was fucking Epstein. After I saw that, the people so uncomfortable because of these lies and it's so poisonous, they have no choice but to see what the alternative is. So to me, I'm like, good, just keep on fucking lying. Just keep on lying, keep on living. You're going to make more flat earthers and you're just going to unleash the beast on yourself. That's all I'm saying.
So you think some of the Q crowd will thin out with this? You think the Q MAGA people, you think some of them will thin out over this?
Yes.
It's got to, right?
Absolutely. You know what? They'll come when they're ready.
Yeah.
People become flat earthers not by force. They come when they're ready. It's almost like that. I don't know if you're familiar with the story of the guy, or the proverb of the guy that walks around and the wind and cold is debating the sun. The wind is like, I bet you I could knock this jacket off this guy. And the sun is like, you think you can? I think I can too. Let's see it. And so basically the wind is trying to blow the jacket off the dude. And they can't do it. The more they blow, the harder they blow, the harder he clamps down and he keeps his jacket on. Then the sun is like, you need to chill. He's going to wind up dying of the cold, right? Of exposure. So then he's like, all right, I did my best. You do what you need to do. So the sun came out, and the sun was just the sun. The sun did his part. The guy was more than happy to take his jacket off. So I basically equate that proverb to how it is we operate. The more truth we deliver, the more we give the truth, right? And we could be mad when we deliver the truth. Absolutely, right? I get it. There's a flavor at which you speak, at which you go, and you could be mad, and some people aren't mad, but just as long as you deliver the truth nonetheless, people will take their jacket off and they will be on your side. That's it, and that's all. We don't need to debate nobody. We don't need to argue with nobody. We just need to deliver the truth. That's it.
Yep. Amen. Yeah, but then again, you're always going to have your guys that are like, well, now it's 60 chess. Someone just asked where Lowry was. They got pizza, and he said he's at the store. I don't know if we're waiting for him or not. You said you're going to be live in your chat, right?
Yeah.
Or on your channel?
Yeah.
But hey, I don't know where you came from. You came out of nowhere, at least in my world, like a lightning bolt. And I freaking love what you do, man. I'm a fan. You know, and please judge me. This is not to you. This is to your crowd. Please judge me on my merit. And I know you. What is it? Birds of a feather flock together. I get that, but at the same time, also understand that I'm a person. Once I make friends, they have to personally burn me before I'll let go. I might, you know. I'm not dumb, but I am a softie. I'm a very sensitive person. So just judge me on my merit. If I start promoting something, you know, that's you think is bad news, and that's a different story. And you don't have to sub to my channel. If you're subbing to Vlad, then you're getting some great info. I'd love if you sub to me. Like, we're a small channel, but you don't have to, as long as you're sub to someone that you can trust and that doesn't put a you love me, you hate me filter, you know, on them, you know, like,
no, man,
I think Vlad has some great material. I think you're doing good, dude.
I appreciate you, man. I think everybody could do good, but we need to deliver the truth. Like, I don't know how much more I could stress that. And I didn't want to knock you off your thunder.
No, I caught you. I heard you.
Yeah,
no, but I am a sensitive dude, but I do understand what you're saying.
Yeah, the reason is the truth is so important, man. Like, as long as we continue to operate that way, our enemies are going to hate us all they want. But you want to know something? Look and just compare how many Globers, see where they are now, and then compare that to a year from now. It's going to change. It's not going to go outside of our favor. It's not going to go outside of our favor. We're just going to grow, and that's it. And this is the best way to grow, because we're delivering what's true and not lies. People are so uncomfortable with lies. The flat earth is fucking simple.
Yeah. There's not a single guy that has flip-flopped on this subject that is shocking to me. I'll say that. You know what I mean? People like, I can't believe he flipped. You know what I'm saying? Actually, no, Jaron did. He did shock me.
Judas who?
Right. Yeah, and I got stories with him too. So, like, you know, don't think that I can't be, you know, don't think that my what's the word I'm looking for? That my forgiveness is infinite, not my forgiveness.
Oh,
never mind. I can't find the word I'm looking for. Don't think I can't see it. Like,
I got you. I get it.
I mean, and there's one that's hanging on by a thread, and I don't even know if he cares. Because now he doesn't pick up the phone.
Yeah, dudes are going to be out there. They're going to, I guess it's grifting is the right word, right? They're going to use this thing to make money and do what it is they do. You know what? We're going to call them out for that. hey, you need this to fucking make money. You need to lie. You need to push this bullshit. You need to do a debate for what? What are you debating? Like, what is this debate? Why would you do that? You know how the community feels about this, but you're gonna do it anyway. They're of this world. And you know, I swear to Yah, as Yah is my witness, you put your hand on the fucking Bible. What the fuck is that doing? And you come out and you lie to everybody. You know what I'm saying? You're just a perfect example of being again of this world. And it's not easy. I get it, right? But use things like this to your advantage, to use them as an example, to see what you don't want to do, where you don't want to be, and then we could move forward from there, you know. But
I hate to say it, but I think it's going to get worse before it gets better. We're going to have bigger stuff than the final experiment hit us.
absolutely.
As they think of it, they're going to roll them out.
Yep.
You know, because look how much good not good. Look how much damage they did is our view, but in their view, look how successful the divide and conquer was with that. I mean, we're still talking about it mid-July. You know what I mean? Like that was a good, well thought out plan. Regardless of what you see as the truth. How was that pizza, buddy?
It was great.
Good time.
Great. You guys getting it talked out over here?
Yeah, we're about done. I was just waiting for you because I saw your text.
I've shown this to some people, but Vlad, I'm sure you've seen a lot of these different kind of things as well. But this was my volunteer time. You were still active duty in the service when I was working at the VA, but I am just showing you this because this is in 2017, and this is the aftermath of Hurricane Maria, and I was a volunteer.
Ooh.
And this is like 1/10 of the pictures that I actually took. But
what year was that again, Andrew?
2017, Hurricane Maria.
Okay.
So
can you believe it's been that long? Holy shit.
It's been that long. Yeah. It ripped the fucking country, that state, whatever you call it. Yeah, it ripped it apart. And these are just like little snippets of it.
Right.
You'll see more.
I slept through the one in North Carolina.
All right. Well, you're lucky.
Man.
And these just unnatural type of situations, streets that are just torn apart.
Yeah, you don't know how it affects people until you live through it yourself. People don't understand until they live through it themselves, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was there for the carnage. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, as it was hitting, and I don't sleep well either. I didn't know there was one until in my mind, I was figuring out the combination for the bathroom light, and then Lowry come along and put his hand on my shoulder. He's like, Rico, the power's out, dude. I'm sitting there thinking there's some combination I can't figure out.
Right.
Anyways, I was there as an electrician and an expert, and a volunteer. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's one thing we were working on. And that was a road.
God, dog, man. It even split the fucking street.
Yeah.
God damn.
Like what kind of road? Like a highway or like I can't even make out what it is.
Road. I don't know.
Oh, I can't even tell what kind of road it is.
Well, there's like barricades and stuff. But
yeah, picking up on that.
So all this rubbish, all the brown used to be green. That's gone.
All looks the same to me.
Yeah, gone. Bamboo, the strongest and tallest grass in the world.
Yeah.
That survives. I have no idea why, but either way. Concrete buildings.
God dang.
Yeah, a lot of this shit. The roads are closed down for like a month.
Yeah. Shit. How was trying to get water around? How was that? Trying to get water from person to person.
I got a picture coming up. And this is again me and two other guys in the VA vehicle, and just driving down the road, stuck in traffic, blah blah blah. And eventually you start to see, there is water because it rains there all the fucking time. And then right here, you'll see someone's like, I don't know, part of their home fell off the side of the road.
Right. Shit.
And that's what it looks like after Hurricane Maria on a larger scale. And the only structures that actually stood were the ones were made out of concrete.
Damn.
Yeah, down power lines. These are all de-energized power lines and comm lines as well.
I'm glad we were able to talk a bunch of stuff out because we continue to need to do it from week to week.
Yeah.
Vlad, fucking love to have you on every single time. You're always a wealth of information. I love having Navy vets, Army vets, anybody that's been in the field talking about stuff on here. You guys, I think Solve has got something rolling right now, and I think Vika's got something rolling too. So the conversation continues as it always does.
And Vlad is too.
So I'm going to end this off real quick here.
Go ahead.
Okay, I got something to say to you, but go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So down power lines.
Hold on. Let me get it out here.
Yep. And that's the other place I set up. Yeah, don't pick up a fucking lizard. They will fucking whip you. And here we shit. I got another picture. Here we go. So this is a spaceship house someone built.
Nice. That shit made it.
It's got a fucking here you go.
It's a spaceship with an alien in there.
Yeah. I got another one, I think.
Damn.
There it is. Oh, and like the female something, I don't know.
I don't know the context, but you've showed that before.
Yeah. I'm just trying to show it again.
Oh, I got you. I would too.
It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. So
hey, before everyone else goes, Vlad, I adore you, brother. I love your show. Thanks for being back on. I would love to have you back on again, especially if you have anything that's like, that you want to discuss on your channel and another channel. You've got my phone number. And if you ever want me on for any reason or something we talk about on the phone you want me to touch on, or what we talked about backstage with addiction and all that, if you ever see a reason for me, just let me know. And I'll be glad to be there for you. So thanks for having us. And I thought I'd let the rest of the room go around too. Have a good night.
I'm good. Vlad, good to see you. Andrew, Rico, good to see you guys. Nico will be back next week. She's coming back from a migraine. And we'll just keep on chugging every Sunday.
All right.
Every Sunday.
Hey, family. Again, appreciate you guys for having me on. Thank you. Andrew, Rico, Lowry, of course, thank you very much for the opportunity to come on out and deliver with you guys, man. It's been a pleasure. And of course, we've got many more coming up here in the future. It's not going to be limited to this or for bad information or bad things happening. This is nothing but information being delivered to everybody that wants to hear or wants to listen. Guys,
copy that.
Before I get out of here, of course, I'm going to have my show here in the next few hours. I just wanted to let y'all know. So if you haven't subbed, make sure you sub to me, and keep an eye out for that link that it's going to drop here soon. It's going to be a couple of hours. So you guys get to, wherever you are in the world, you get to shit, shower, shave, you get to kiss your loved one or have sex with your wife before you put her down for bed. And then you can come on out and you can hang out with us late time style. So we're going to be here. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be here for you here in the next few hours. And yeah, man, we're just going to keep this party going. That's all. So
right
again,
on.
appreciate y'all.
Indeed.
Alex, if you don't have anything, I'm just going to play that one of my indie band songs.
Sure. Play it for out.
And I'll hit end stream for us if you don't feel like chilling.
No, I'm good. I can end it after you played it. So thank you guys. Love you guys. Everybody in chat.
Cheers, everyone.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Cheers.
I like you better when you're drunk, because you like me better when you're drunk. People I remember me, the same guy that I used to be. Although that was so long ago last night, I still looking, thinking, act the same, but took in something and changed. So tonight I'm gonna do it right. One more drink of cheddar, 'cause I know I look much better when she trembles yourself flowing through your blood. I will never wanna be the thing you wanna be. Yeah. Bottoms up. We like this better, so let's just stay hammered. Waste our days and nights getting wasted. I've heard of life without liquor. Sounds no fun. I like you better when you're. For breakfast, Bloody Marys, for lunch, I'm Irish whiskey. I can't think of any better way. From a Sunday losing memory, we'll pass out on the couch. Spend tomorrow like we spent today. One more drink of cheddar, I know all of the stories. Triple the still flowing through your blood. I will love you more than you were free for my media. We like this better, so let's just stay hammered. Let's waste our days and nights getting wasted. I've heard of life without liquor. Sounds no fun. I like you better when you're. Drink, let's have one more drink. A shot of the rock to get straight from the bottle. One more drink, I know you like it neat. Chase it down with me. Drink, let's have one more drink. A shot of the rock to get straight from the bottle. One more drink, I know you like it neat. You can chase it down with me. Whoa! Yeah, we like this better, so let's just stay hammered. Let's waste our days in like getting wasted. I guess that's like without the car. That's no fun. I like you better when you're drunk, because you like me better when you're drunk.
Mwah. See you guys next week. Cheers.